It's showtime, folks. Welcome in, Chase and Big Joe on this Monday, 1025 The Game. Hope you're having a great start to your day. He is Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chase McCabe, Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier on the ones and twos. I am back in the saddle from Fantasy Rock and Roll Camp.
Yes.
And happy to be back.
Oh, it's good to have you back, man. How'd it go?
Oh, it was great. The funniest. So what I really did was a boys trip, a baseball trip.
Yeah.
But I got texts from like a few different people like, hey man, like this sounds really cool. Like, what are you learning? And I'm like, it's baseball. I don't really. and then the more that, that kind of came through, I was like, oh God, what did he say?
We were sitting there, Dr. Crane and I was like, yeah, boys trip is great, but it just sounds kind of boring, right? I mean, no offense, all boys trips, right? And we played something. I'm like, Chase is at Fantasy Rock and Roll Camp.
Played something with Rat and White Snake, and I told you, I was like, he's probably at Arts and Crafts making guitar picks.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, that's great.
And it just took off,
Making
man.
guitar picks.
And the text line was like, oh, what is this? What's he learning to play? And we were just left and right on everything. So good to have you back.
That was well done.
I know you went to Minneapolis. How was that stadium?
Guys, let me tell you something. Having an indoor stadium is going to be a game changer. That was the nicest stadium I've been to. Like, it was really cool. We did a baseball trip, yes, but our good friend Tatum Everett, who of course was here at Fox 17, now works for the Vikings, gave me a couple tickets. So we went to the Vikings-Texans preseason game, and that stadium is just remarkable.
Nice.
And it's funny. They have the hype about J.J. McCarthy like we have the hype here about Cam Ward. He came out and played one series, ended in a field goal, looked okay, but they're like, oh, we got our guy, man. We're feeling good.
They better, because they gave up Sam Darnold for that guy.
Well, that schedule is brutal, though. Like, they got a really tough schedule.
Well,
so,
I mean, hey, oh well.
But
get it done.
But yeah, no, it was a really cool experience. Target Field's nice.
How close are they together?
About a mile.
Okay.
Yeah. So the U.S. Bank is on the footprint of the Metrodome. And then Target Field is over next to Target Center, which is the basketball.
All right. Nice.
So
good.
It's cool. I mean,
Glad you had fun.
Yeah. No, it was nice. So good to get away. Final vacation of the summer. And now I'm ready to get back into it. Speaking of getting back into it, the Titans lost 29-7. I don't think anybody really cares about the score of a preseason game. It's all about individual performances, in my opinion. But I had to stop myself.
Need I remind everyone, and I text with Jack.
I need like a shock thing, like where I'm about to go say something that I shouldn't say, and Dr. Crane pushes the button and reminds me.
Shock collar?
Yeah, not a collar. That'd be kind of weird.
Just Joe thinks I deserve a collar. For
like a buzzer in my chair. It's like training the dog of like nope, don't do that.
As I texted with Joe Rexford earlier, never forget the 2008 Detroit Lions went 4-0 in the preseason, ended up going 0-16.
Correct.
So it's always the default to look back how bad that Lions team was. Look, it's the preseason. The bad thing was the Titans only had one drive in the first quarter. The Bucs held the ball the entire time. So you saw a little bit out of Cam Ward. It was okay. It wasn't great. Problem is what happened Friday night.
Yeah.
We'll
get to that. But we'll get to that.
Yes.
So this was me sitting at Target Field on Saturday night watching the Twins and the Kansas City Royals. There's no clip here. I'm just use your mind. Dr. Crane was nervous there for a second.
He was.
I'm sitting there on the third base line watching some baseball, and I'm like, oh, kickoff now. Let's see what's going on. And I thought I had the NFL Plus already set up, and I think I canceled it and forgot. So I had to like redo all that where I could watch the game.
All right.
So the first drive, I'm just following along on the little game update thing. McLaughlin kicks 57 yards to the Tampa Bay 35 from the Tampa Bay 35 to the Tennessee 8. Prochet to the Tennessee 29 for 21 yards. Okay, cool. Nice field position. 5-yard run by Tony Pollard, tackled at the Tennessee 34. All right, cool, nice. Pass incomplete out of the shotgun. Cam Ward, short middle to Van Jefferson. Again, incomplete. That's not good. Brings up third down. Cam Ward, pass incomplete, deep right. Punt. Johnny Hecker comes on. I'm like, all right, well, that's not a good first
Nope.
series, but
Right.
you know, and again, I didn't see the throws and everything at the time. So I'm like, well, hopefully they put him back out there because the 3 and out, like that's not productive at all. And then, like you said, Tampa Bay held the ball forever. And so the Titans didn't get it back, and they ended up scoring a touchdown on their second. They kicked a field goal on their first possession, touchdown on their second possession. I started seeing the memes of what's his name? I'm blanking on the quarterback's name now. Who is their quarterback?
Trask.
Kyle Trask.
Kyle Trask. Thank you. Seeing these memes of Kyle Trask, and it's Brady, and it says Kyle Trask against the Titans.
Right.
You know, so I'm like, oh
He
boy,
looked good. He
whatever.
looked good.
Yeah, he looked fine. So I finally get it working on my phone where I can watch that drive. Overall, it was a good drive. It ended in a touchdown. That's what you can take. Now, that one throw that should have been intercepted, that's a learning moment. You know, but some people are only going to focus on that throw and forget about the other things. But it's just like, okay, he got away with one. Learn from that. He made some good throws on that drive.
All right.
And he had a veteran receiver that also helped him out.
He did.
Because Calvin Ridley adjusted on a few of those throws and made them look better than maybe they were.
Okay, here's the counterpoint. It was against the Tampa Bay number 2s.
That's fair.
You had 4 of your 5 offensive linemen in there, and you barely moved the football.
Okay.
So you work on it. I mean, it's first game.
You got stuff to work on. Look, I'm not ready.
Nervous.
I'm not ready to anoint him. I'm not ready to buy tickets to the Super Bowl. None of that stuff.
Right.
Like some people might be. There was some good and definitely some things to work on. Now, I don't like giving grades for preseason because I think that's stupid. But I mean, it was okay.
He was okay. I mean, it was a preseason game.
He was mid, as the kids say.
Yeah,
maybe.
You work to get better, and so you just kind of go out there and get it done. I wanted to see him more. I think we should have seen him more, but then you read how the field conditions were terrible and all that other stuff, and it is what it is. Now, you'll get in good work this week against the Falcons. You got 2 joint practices. You play Friday night. I need to see him play the entire first half. I needed to play first half, and then can we stop the narrative of benching him for the first 2 games and then have him play the third game?
Oh, well,
just stop that. Stop.
I mean, look, I've been a part of that. I admit that I've been a part of that. But I mean, okay, based on everything, you can only base this on what you have seen with your 2 eyes to this point. Is he ready?
No.
Right.
But I don't think 2/3 of the league is ready.
Yeah, and that's fair.
And that's all good.
And I'm ignoring like everybody that looks at what Shedeur Sanders did against 3s and 4s on Friday night, and Jackson Dart and Shuck and all these others. Like that is so irrelevant to what you have going on here that you just don't do that to yourself.
But we do it. It's the compare and contrast.
Yeah, people do it,
right?
But it's just it's irrelevant at the end of the day. So again, they have some things to work on. Brian Callahan after the game was asked about the overall operation when it came to Cam and how that all went. This was Callahan.
You touched on Cameron Ward's play on the field, but how was the operation? Getting everything in and out of the huddle?
Great. Yeah, we didn't. I mean, we had no operational issues, no procedure issues. We got lined up. We were never really down on the clock too far. It was good. He even checked the play at the line of scrimmage, which was good to see him have that kind of confidence to operate. It was good. I thought the operation was clean. He did what we would hope he would do in his first action, and he's going to get more of it to come.
And Brian Callahan did say previously that the starters would play in all 3 preseason games. I would get. I'd wonder if I guess technically you can say he got over a quarter because he got 2 possessions because that's how it all worked out. But I could see maybe 3 series or a quarter coming up in game number 2.
No, I
You
think
say no?
first half. I mean, it's first half. You got to get it.
I think first half. I think. Well, yeah, okay. I'll give you. It depends on I think what they get done in the joint practices. I mean that's probably what.
Titans only had Saturday night had 11 total drives right in the game. So an average is 11 to 12. I'd like to see him get at 4 or 5 drives go into the first half. And I want to see him come out in the second half because all you got left after that is the Vikings. And that's a preseason game. You got 2 weeks in between the Vikings' last preseason game and then the first game on the road at Denver. I just think now you see his good and the bad and throw him out there and get it done and kind of work with them from that point on. But the team's got a lot of holes they got to fill in there. But again, it's the preseason. You never know. That's why the preseason is around. It's just so funny because the 4 preseason games used to mean the world.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's 3 and it's not like, it's preseason. But, I mean, if he would have gone 13 for 13 for 250 yards, we'd have put a statue up here.
Oh, 100%.
Tired his jersey. It's just the way it's our overreaction.
Cleveland's
going
going
to
do that.
We do the overreaction every time for preseason games, which is fine. That's what we do.
Yeah, the memes of the Browns retiring his jersey after one preseason game.
Right.
That was pretty funny. 615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. Now, one thing that is concerning, the quarterback play behind Cam Ward was woof. So that leads us, Joe, to our question of the day.
Right. So we have a lot of fun with this. You guys are fantastic. Our question of the day, 615-737-1025. If you could go out and pick the best fictional quarterback of all time to back up Cam Ward, who would you get? The best fictional quarterback of all time to back up Cam Ward, who would you go out and pick? We love your responses. You guys have been great with your answers. Best fictional quarterback, Chase McCabe.
615-737-1025. I can't say Jamarcus Russell, right? Even though his career may have been fiction, he was actually a real.
That's right. Oh, my Lord.
I'm going to say Shane Falco. Give
That's
me Shane Falco from the
great one.
replacements.
come in and run the offense.
Yeah,
right.
I think he'd be a good one.
Dr. Crane.
Go Paul Crew. He has that Taylor
yes!
Heineke vibe. I'm going with Paul Crew.
That's me. Same one. Paul Crew from Burt Reynolds in the original Longest Yard.
So wait, are you taking Adam Sandler, Paul Crew?
I am. I'm taking.
All right,
Adam
so he's
Sandler,
taking
Paul
Adam
Crew.
Sandler, Paul Crew. You're taking Burt Reynolds, Paul Crew.
I am. It's a generational thing. I
like
like
that.
it.
No, I like that because we got 3 different quarterbacks.
Like, I need somebody who goes in there who doesn't play by the rules.
It ain't easy being cheesy.
It's not. It's not at all.
615-737-1025. We got a great show planned. John McClain going to join us at 2:00. We'll get his thoughts on the first full weekend of the preseason. The AP Top 25 is out. We will discuss that. Plus, I have a little twist on the AP Top 25.
Uh-oh.
We continue to take your reaction to the Titans and their preseason loss. Coming up next, how concerned are we about what's behind Cam Ward? Plus another big injury when it comes to the Titans. It's Chasing Big Joe presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel on this Monday, 102.5 The Game.
How much does a day like today make you reevaluate the plan behind the camp with Brandon and Tim?
I think anytime you get the chance to see guys playing a game, you look at it, you see what was good, what was bad. I think Brandon had some good plays. I think there was a play or two that interception was unfortunate. I mean, it's a tip ball and a guy makes a one-handed catch. That's unfortunate. I hate to see it. But yeah, I mean, we think we got to play better for sure at that spot. I think over the totality of those reps at the end of the second half of the game when Cam came out, just keep looking at it, keep trying to get better.
Brian Callahan talking about the backup quarterback situation. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. We are broadcasting from the Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Game Nashville studios. Home of the $99 yearly Beehive membership, where the buzz is always about great service. I'm going to be honest with you. And our question of the day, you can continue to text that in or tweet at us at 102.5 The Game, at Chase on Game, or as Jimmy Fallon told us, at Big Joe on the Go.
There you go, buddy.
Your best fictional quarterback that the Titans should sign. Having a little fun with that. Because what's behind Cam Ward right now is woof.
Man, that's bad. We knew it wouldn't be great.
And
We
look,
didn't think it'd
Tim
be
Boyle is
awful.
officially a friend of the show.
That's a tough one for us.
Tim will continue to be a friend of the show when he is not playing quarterback for the Titans, which is in his future, I believe.
Is Tim Boyle like Fight Club? We just don't talk about it.
Don't talk about it.
We just don't talk about it at all.
Well, there was always, the Jeremy Fowler report was out there last week that they were going to keep looking at free agency trades and the waiver wire for a quarterback.
Right.
I mean, is it crazy for me to say right now that the backup quarterback is not on this roster?
I think they'll stick with Brandon Allen. I do. I mean, if they need a quarterback, bring him in now.
Yeah.
Don't bring him in. The more you wait, the less time this guy's got to get into the offense and the terminology. Another word that I hate. They need something.
Okay. Would you be willing to, if you're Mike Berganzi and Chad Brinker, to call up Cincinnati and say, hey, we will give you next year's 6th-round pick for Jake Browning?
In a heartbeat. I've been on that guy's drum for 2 years, mainly
because they behind Joe Burrow, it's Jake Browning, Desmond Ridder, and some guy named Peyton Thorne.
All right, I would get Jake Browning for 2 reasons. One, because I think he's a decent quarterback, and secondly, do you see what his girlfriend wore to the game? Good Lord.
No.
Oh, she wore a ski suit.
Like
a tight ski suit. I can't say that 3 times. I get
in the middle of the summer.
No, at one of the games when he started when Burrow got hurt.
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Right? Yeah, maybe a 5th rounder for her.
Yeah, really.
Bring it in.
Good for him.
But no, I think he's a good quarterback.
Hey, now.
He knows Callahan, right? So I think that would be great.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so does Allen. But I just, because here's the other thing. I don't think anybody has the faith, nothing against Cam Ward, that he's going to play 17 games. Now, we'll get into the offensive line. All right. They look decent against the backups. And that wasn't even the full offensive line. Zeitler wasn't out there. Cushenberry wasn't out there. So, but hey, the kid had time to throw. I'll give him that. That's a major upgrade over what we're used to here. But show me that in September. Show me that in October. Are all those guys healthy? Are they truly an upgrade over what they had?
Yeah.
I'm not ready to answer that question yet because it's way too early. So you have to go on the assumption that, all right, you might not have him for a couple of games, that he might get hurt, or he might get to a point where it's like, well, he probably could go, but we're 2-6 at this point. Let's let him rest up and then put him in for the stretch run.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to think that way.
Sure you do.
Right now, based on practices and based on one game, I don't have a lot of faith in what's behind Cam Ward.
No, and again, the odds of
I didn't really going into the season.
The odds of him making it through 17 games are probably not going to happen. So you need that guy behind there who's going to get you through a couple of games. I mean, Mason Rudolph did it last year. It just happens, and it goes on. But I don't know. I mean, that's the frustrating part. I don't know. I mean, how much you're going to use him, how much you need him. Can he get in there, get the job done? I thought he was okay seen him in his career. Wasn't great, wasn't just average to come in and fill the spots in when he needed him. But this is a problem around the league, right? I mean, who's got the best backup quarterback? I don't know who's got the best. Quinn Ewers came in and was awful the other day. Was awful doing that.
Yeah, terrible.
So you just don't know who's going to go out there and get the job done. But before the Titans go, I think you protect Cam at all costs and see how it goes. And he's got good work on Tuesday and Wednesday. Another team with the Falcons, more to learn. The guy knows the offense. He's willing to learn. I'm talking about Cam Ward, and ride with him and see how it goes. But it's just tough, man, because you're going to have to figure it out at some point.
So the quarterback rating, you know that statistic?
I love it. I don't understand it half the time. But
Did you see what Tim Boyle's was?
Oh, no.
It was probably like our GPAs in college.
Oh, 4.0.
Not quite. A 0.6.
Good Lord. Don't they?
0.6.
Poor guy. I mean, he looked awful.
Cam was an 89.1. Brandon Allen, a 30.6. Tim Boyle, 0.6.
Jeez Louise. And that's playing against the backups to the backups to the backups. That's really bad. Again, friend of the show.
Yeah, not good.
Not good.
Not good.
That's terrible. Wait, let me ask you this. Dr. Gray and I talked about this the other day. You're a third team quarterback, right? And you're trying to make the team, and you go into the game, and we had discussion on this. If you're going in, you're trying to make the team, a third team quarterback, and the play calls to hand the ball off, would you audible out of that and just chunk it down the field? Because you're trying to make the team.
I am audibling all day.
Right?
And I'm going to just be Brett Favre and just sling that thing.
You got to do that to make the team. And so Tim Boyle did it. We saw how bad it was. So if you're a backup quarterback trying to get in there, I'm not signing you of how well you can hand the ball off.
Yeah.
I want to see you go down the field and run the offense.
I wonder if by next week, if he's off the team and they brought in another guy.
Maybe. When's the
I could
first
see
cut?
it.
Next week?
They do one cut now.
Oh,
no
okay.
first cut.
All right.
So yeah, I mean, they may have to wait, but I don't know. I just I don't even like him on the practice squad right now.
I mean, he's a coach in waiting. Well, then go wait to be a coach.
Then go be right.
Yeah, just go sit over there and do that. I don't know, man. But there's, again, around the league, there's not a lot of quarterbacks that are out there now.
No, I mean, you will have to wait till cuts. Now, when cuts happen, then because again, all right, well, let's play this game. We know you take Jake Browning. Would you take Desmond Ridder over either one of these guys?
No.
Okay.
It's terrible.
All right. That's fair. We've talked about the Browns. I mean, Shador's getting a statue. So, I mean, that's decided.
There's one quarterback and one quarterback only they should go after. Right now, he's the third team on the Giants.
Behind Russell Wilson, Jackson Dart. Who is the third one?
Jameis Winston.
Wouldn't say no to that.
My favorite radio show.
I would not say no to that.
Robbie and Rexroad brought it up today, and I'm thinking
that's not a bad idea.
And they could have signed him during the offseason. Borgonzi and them could have signed Jameis Winston. You're not asking to come in here and play 17 games. You're asking to get you to the next game if you need that. They could have had that guy. There'd been no problem. Really?
Would you pay him 2 years, $8 million?
Absolutely.
With a potential for an additional $8 million in incentives, because that's what his contract is.
Yep. Amy Adams has all that money.
So
ready
that's
to go.
for a year.
Yeah. Don't talk about poverty with me in the National Football League. Do not bring up poverty to me in the football. They've got it. They got money. Sign him. Sign the guys. Bring him in here. Boom. Problem solved.
It makes too much sense. So they won't do it. 615-737-1025. Jack wants to weigh in on our question of the day, which is best fictional quarterback that the Titans should sign. Jack, what's your answer?
You need to bring somebody in that can work with these rookie receivers who will tell them, just go down there to the Buick and turn left. You need steaming Willie Beeman.
Yes.
I like
That's
that.
a good one.
That is a good
you.
one. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate the call.
Jack calling from the front seat of an airplane.
Which airline?
Yeah. Well, if the window's open, probably Spirit.
Yeah.
The engine didn't, overblow up or whatever.
Anywho, 615-737-1025. 1025. There is another injury, and it concerns me with the Tennessee Titans. We'll discuss that coming up next. Also, continue to welcome your calls and texts at 615-737-1025. This September, Tim McGraw will be performing at Trinetics Rock the Cradle in Nashville, a meaningful event supporting newborns and moms at Ascension St. Thomas Midtown. You can get your tickets now at rockthecradlenashville.org. It's Chasing Big Joe on 1025 The Game.
Further evaluation, we'll see. Looks like it's probably probably an ankle that we'll see what the severity is as we evaluate him a little bit further. So I'll have news for that probably another day here.
That was Brian Callahan after the game Saturday night on Tajay Spears. We've since learned he's out for the preseason, high ankle sprain, and so he will not be available to the Titans. And once again, an injured player remains injured, and that is the unfortunate part. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Monday. So what do the Titans do there? I mean, Tony Pollard didn't play a whole lot. He had some good looks. We know he had a good year last year. Tony Pollard's not a concern to me. I think he's a starting running back in this league, but they need a third down change of pace back, which is what Tajay Spears is supposed to be, and he simply just is not available.
He's not. The Vikings, you saw the Vikings in action Saturday. They got a couple running back. Ty Chandler's up there, Jordan Mason. I don't bring
Jordan Mason got the start
Right.
and looked pretty good. Ty Chandler was okay.
I don't say that because they're both local guys.
Yeah.
Mason went to Gallatin, Ty Chandler went to NBA, but experienced running backs that are out there, so they can grab one if needed to give up a little something that happens there. But that's a concern too as well, man.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, Ty Chandler's been in the league for a while and has never I think he's been on a couple of teams. I could be wrong. Maybe he's always been with the Vikings, but I mean, could he be a true third down change of pace back? I feel like if that were going to be the case, he'd already be there at this point. Aaron Jones is their starter.
Yeah, he spent his entire career with Minnesota.
Okay, so Aaron Jones is their starter, and then they brought in Jordan Mason, who, of course, we saw really bust on the scene last year with San Francisco.
Yeah. So there's options out there for him that you need to get to back up, but that's a concern too, because Pollard goes down, you're screwed again. So backup quarterback and now backup running back. Spears, look, he's fast and he's quick. He's just tiny, man. And tiny guys don't last a long time in the National Football. They don't in the National Football League. They just don't when you're running between tackles. They don't get it's just tough, and it's some big guys out there. And I think he could be great outside the tackles, but so far, man.
They took Khalil Mullins in this year's draft. Here was Brian Callahan yesterday on him.
What did you make of the way Khalil played, and then how important does that group look now, especially with Spears missing some time with Khalil, Julius, and everybody else in that running back room?
Yeah, I thought both Julius and Khalil ran hard last night. They picked up some tough yards and put the ball in the right spot. I think we know what Julius can do. He's played some games for us, but I thought he showed well for himself. I thought Khalil put the ball in the right spot. He did it with some authority. He had the one mishap in protection. He went to go to a first live rep, a pass over him in the NFL, and he went to go shoulder a linebacker instead of using his hands and fitting right, and ended up in a sack. So we'll learn from that. But I was really pleased with both of those guys. They're both bigger backs. They both run with some power, and we like that. And so those guys are going to keep battling. I think Khalil's coming along really well. Again, considering he missed all the spring too, for the most part. It's good to have him out there and participating, because I think they're both talented, and I think they got a chance to help us.
So Mullins last year with Michigan really took a big step forward. Obviously, he got more carries, but in 12 games, 185 carries, 948 yards, 12 touchdowns, also 6 catches for 35 yards. And that was truly his breakout year, only 222 yards on 36 attempts the year before in 13 games. So I again, when he like a 5th round pick.
You missed it. The graphic. You're at goal.
Oh yeah, no, I did see it. They spelt it wrong.
No, his height.
Or his height, 5'2".
5'2", 225. Spelt his name wrong. I was like,
6'1", 236, according to what I'm looking at.
Yeah, that's a little small for his size.
A little off.
Look, he's probably good, but you bring up some kryptonite versus him.
Yeah, I know. Never mind. I'm just gonna let it go.
Do it. Let the Superman jokes go, man.
No, I know sometimes you lie about inches, but usually it's going the other way.
Family show, man.
Sorry.
Come on. Oh my goodness! You think Superman would lie?
No, like you say, 6'4", maybe 6'6".
Guys,
what
don't
I mean.
do that, James. Only every second of every day. Look, if he can get in there and that's what preseason's for. You draft the guy, maybe they can get the job done. Maybe that could happen. So I'm excited for some of these guys who could step up and prove that they belong on the team. And look, Borgonzi and Brinker are supposed to be great talent evaluators. Here you go. Here's a guy to put in there, back up Pollard and see how he can run the ball and go with it.
Texture on the text line, Ben saying Zach Moss could potentially outproduce Spears even before his ankle injury. I guess Zach Moss is available out there. Last year, only 74 carries, 242 yards, 2 touchdowns for Zach Moss. So I don't know if that's a direction they'd want to go,
or maybe just let Pollard take the brunt of the carries now and kind of rest him the rest of the preseason and find who's a good guy.
Yeah, I mean,
him.
and look, maybe you find. I think. Look, I like Julius Chestnut. We know what he is.
Yeah.
At this point, so see what Mullings can do, and carry those 3 to start, and then again remember that the Titans have the #1 waiver claim, so that is obviously something they can use to their advantage.
And hopefully they use it good and not on some backup defensive back or anything like that. But let Mullings get in there and run the ball, see what he can do. I mean, this is why you evaluate. This is why you're GM. It's why you're head coach. I mean, you got a lot of toys to play with here and see who can get in there and do the best job. There's a lot of still evaluation to do. You got practice this week with the Falcons. You got a game next week with the Vikings. So you got time to get things done. I wouldn't sound the alarm just yet.
Viking Matt says, "Damn, Chase, that's a write-up."
Right, it is. Dr. Crane stood up and pointed. He was like, "Come on, man!"
I dropped the phone. I was on the phone line.
You were.
Dropped
My
the phone.
bad.
My
bad.
Need we remind him it's a damn family show at this time?
Don't worry, Chase. I've made these mistakes countless times.
Yeah,
we'll probably continue making those mistakes. That's okay.
Nevada Josh says, "I got it. Big Joe at center, Chase at halfback, Dr. Crane at quarterback."
We would get no yards.
Listen, I'd cramp on the first play and tap out. Joe would actually do okay at center, and I don't know, maybe you would.
No rotator cuff. It's gone.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
shot.
so the arm's gone.
Single wing. Maybe it's the Wildcat. You could do that.
Then we got something. Jet sweeps. We're good to go.
You just take off right, like a young Johnny Majors in the 50s. Sing it, but I want you to come out in a leather helmet. You know what would happen if you came out in a leather helmet? People would be like, "What the hell?" By the time they react, you're gone down the sideline and score. Bring back leather helmets.
And cotton jerseys.
I
don't think that either of those are going to happen.
Long sleeve cotton jerseys.
Oh my gosh, no.
Tearaway jerseys. Hair Metal Henry on our question of the day, which is the best fictional quarterback the Titans should sign to be their backup. Hair Metal Henry says, "I'm picking Clarence Rifleman Oliver from is it Ampie Pie?
Yes, good one there, buddy.
The Rifleman.
Yep.
0943 Becky from Little Giants. She beat the Cowboys. Moxon from Varsity Blues, fantastic as a backup. 3337 Al Bundy, 4 touchdowns, 1 game.
Not a quarterback though. That's the problem. Unless
He
you're going to
is.
go to the Wildcat.
I thought he was
I thought he was a running back. Was
might
he?
have been a running back. I thought he was a quarterback.
Now I think what's his name in real life?
Ed O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill. He might have been. He wasn't a quarterback. He was drafted by the Steelers, right? And they cut
He
him?
played. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember which position he played. Exactly.
You could go Mark Harmon because he did actually play quarterback at UCLA.
He did. He absolutely did.
With Floyd Reese.
Yeah, that'd be something.
9355 Willie Beeman would fit the scheme as far as smack talk goes anyway, because they're so concerned about that.
Yes. Nice one.
At this point, I say we just put the punter as QB2 and free up a spot for depth. Hell, couldn't be any worse.
Yeah.
That's Texas J.
Just don't punt. You know how I feel about that. Just have your second game quarterback drop kick. And just boom.
9712 Uncle Rico.
Uncle Rico. He can hit a guy on a bicycle going down the road, man. He could get it done. I know. I think there's a lot of goo. I mean, Paul Crew, though, man. That's my generation, and then Dr. Crane's generation.
Paul Wrecking Crew, as Hair Metal Henry said.
The best.
Hair Metal Henry likes to correct you.
He does.
And sometimes it's warranted.
He had the best answer last week. We talked about family dining. Do you like family dining? Would you go do family dining? And he said, hell, I don't even like my own family. I wouldn't even go on that. So, which is good.
So, I mean, how concerned are you with the running back position?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Because of Tony Pollard.
Got Tony Pollard.
Now, what if he gets hurt?
I think Chestnut's not bad.
Okay.
And I think Mullings isn't bad. I'm not concerned about that at all. I didn't know how much we rely on Spears anyway, but I'm not concerned. And just let those guys run this week and next week and see what they can do. And they're up for the challenge. You drafted them and see what you can do. Not at all.
Fair enough.
You got it, man.
Coming up next, what does Big Joe want to see the Titans do differently
Hey-o.
when it comes to playing Atlanta? Joint practices starting tomorrow and Wednesday. And then, of course, the game on Friday. We'll continue to take your calls and text 615-737-1025 or phone and text line driven by WilsonCountyHonda.com. Chasing Big Joe on a Monday, 1025 the game. Chasing Big Joe, 1025 the game on this Monday. I don't know if this is considered metal necessarily. Rock. You want to institute Metal Monday, right?
Yeah, I think it's my bad. I forgot to tell Dr. Crane.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my
That's
bad.
fine.
We'll get it going, but
That's
we're
fine.
work in progress here, right?
We are.
We're like the Titans offensive line. We're trying to figure out where we go, and that's probably a bad analogy.
It's like mixing pine wood with cedar wood.
Is that something?
Is that a thing?
I don't know if it's a thing. I just know I don't mix those two together.
Okay. You know you're talking to two boneheads, right?
Oh, I am a bonehead, so it's three boneheads in one.
You listen, I'm telling you, as I told you last week, if we were frontier pioneer days, I would hatch my Wiggins. Mrs. Wiggins, I'd hitch, right? Hitch. I'd hitch my egg.
Yeah.
I'd hitch my
You lost me
wagon.
at Wiggins.
I'd hitch my wagon to you because I would die day one in the frontier. I can't do anything. There's no microwave.
Dr. Crane would be like directing us, like, okay, go get some wood. This is what we can turn into firewood. You and I would just look at each other like,
Yeah,
huh?
what? You know what I didn't know? I was watching the show 1823 or the one with Tim,
18 yeah, that one.
whatever. Well, with Tim McGraw, the episode with Fate, which is really good. Don't drink the water out of the river, you die. I had no idea.
Yeah, you have to warm it up. You have to like boil it so
Yeah.
you get all the toxin out of it.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Dead day one. I'm
See?
thirsty.
I watched your favorite Simpsons last night.
Yeah.
The Frank Grimes
Yes.
episode. It would be like when the alarms are going off and he's like, you got a 5:13, and Homer looks at his watch. I mean, that
I'd be dead. So we're dumb. You're smart. Just know
Hey,
that.
if we're ever in the area of elks, we're in good hands. That meat, incredible.
now, how do you plan to kill the elk? With your bare hands?
No, we can take an elk down.
Like the guys who meet at the VFW, the Elks Lodge?
No, hang on. You just hear that?
What's that?
We can take an elk down. That's what he just said.
Who told you this? The elk?
No, I had
He's
elk.
like, we'll take the elk.
Yeah, I had elk over the weekend. I had like a trio of meats. It was antelope, elk, and bison. Gentlemen, that is the
I've
future.
had bison.
How the hell are we taking an elk down without anything?
Grab it by the antlers and shove it to the ground.
It's not a rodeo. We're not going to wrap him up like we're.
I can just see Dr. Crane on top of the elk, like it's for the good of the country.
It will be ready in 7.
That elk would launch you to Mars.
You and Joe and I are just like,
All right, go for it.
okay, let's.
Just let us know when to set the table. We'll be here waiting on you.
7:30.
I'm not doing that.
Okay, 615-737-1025. What's the first thing you want to see differently? Now, they only had one joint practice last week.
Right.
You had a preseason game with pretty bad field conditions and rain and everything before. You're going to be inside. You got 2 practices this week. What's something different you want to see?
Run the 2-minute offense when they get the ball, no matter
Okay.
where it is. Go, 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 go. I want to see Cam Ward fluidly. I want to see him go, run the ball, back to the huddle, to the line of scrimmage, go, 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 go. I want to see the 2-minute kind of drill throughout the game. Because, look, he's going to be in pressure situations. He'll be throwing the ball a lot this year. How well can you handle it? How well can you run the offense down the field? And, look, Atlanta will be expecting that. So I think Cam thrives in chaos.
Yeah, I agree.
So I want to see them go, 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 go. Defensive-wise, more guys playing, more blitzing. Just see what stuff – and don't do this whole, well, things you wouldn't see in the season. Then why do it in the preseason? I want to see things you do in the season. 2-minute offense, blitz a quarterback. That's it.
Okay.
Pretty
That's
simple.
the big thing.
That's me. Yep.
I need to see this defense stop the run. Now, granted, I know you didn't have your 2 best run stoppers in the game,
Right.
but you got to show me something from the backups. I mean, the defense just looked terrible.
It did. As we talked to Tim Hasselback, we might, when the second, third team comes in, like, oh, okay, time to turn the channel. But these guys are trying to make the team.
I pay
They're
attention to that.
fighting to get there. So there's a lot of, one guy could do good and stop the run and back up Jeffrey Simmons. He's in there. So a lot of guys fighting for their lives as far as being professional football players. A lot to see there. It's just, I just don't overreact after the one game in Tampa.
Yeah.
That's it. Bottom line.
So I'm encouraged by Calvin Ridley because Calvin Ridley seems to be engaged. He seems to like Cam
He's
Ward. You can tell that they're on the same page there. So that's a good thing. Now I need to see somebody else. Now, granted, he had 3 receptions for 50 yards, including a 27-yarder. Everybody else had 1 reception after that. Some of these young receivers got to show me something. I mean, and with the tight ends, I put that in that group. I mean, Chig was okay. I worry about Wiley. I mean, I feel like Gunnar Helm is probably the second tight end right now.
Why are you worried about Wiley?
Well, I mean, is he going to make the team?
That's a good question.
Yeah. I mean,
Should he make it over Chig?
he should make it over David Martin Robinson, and he's not right now.
That's a good point. Again, when the season starts, receivers 5, 6, and 7, we'll never hear from them again. It's those 4, that core 4 that you need to see and hear from. Ridley, Lockett, Van Jefferson, maybe. Bryce Oliver's having a
Io Manor.
But you got the 2 guys they drafted, DK and Io Manor. Yep.
I think didn't DK do some returns?
He did.
I kind of feel like that's probably how he's making the team. And but Prochet too. I mean that's another.
Are we done with Jaquan Jackson? Is he out of here?
Yeah, I would say he's gone.
Poor guy. Who was the guy they took from Louisville that in the 4th round?
They traded up for him and passed on
Des Fitzpatrick,
and they passed on
Amon-Ra
St. Brown. Yep.
It happens. It happens. I mean, you can't predict
Sure,
everything.
yeah. I mean, you don't know.
What was the guy from LSU they drafted receiver? Racy McMath.
Yes.
That sounds like some after-school special with cartoon trying to learn how to do math.
That sounds like something you'd find on late night HBO.
Racy McMath.
Racy McMath.
Bow chicken. Bow, bow. Oh, my. And I was like, when they drafted him, I'm like, why? He's like, well, he's part of that LSU team. I'm like, but he never caught any passes.
Racy McMath in wide receiver. Okay.
Hey, mark that, will you?
Yeah.
Dr. Crane.
I call it a day.
Yeah, that was the thing. Was Racy McMath was on the LSU team in 19. You know, he somebody told me, he's like, well, he probably learned how to play by osmosis. I'm like, is that a guy? Who is that guy? Because you had Jefferson, you had Jamar Chase on that team and all that. And just, no, he was not good at all. But anyway, the receivers, I think you got the 2 guys you drafted. There's going to be an odd man out in the room. Restrepo is going to be working at Publix here in a few weeks. And he might make the practice squad. He's not making this team. He's just not. And no matter how much Cam Ward goes to bat for him, he's not. But you know what? There's 31 other teams he could try out for, which is fine.
615-737-1025. Do we have it ready? It is time. Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. Clay is on the line. Clay, what's up?
Boys, how we doing?
We're good. How are you?
I just had to call in and make sure that Big Joe wasn't mad at me about my comments.
No. We're not bringing it up. We don't want people to know. I'll talk to Chase about it during the break. We're good.
All right. So what did y'all think about overall about Cam Ward's performance when he was in the game the other night?
Can you replay the first segment back for him, Dr. Crane, real quick?
Does he have 8 minutes?
I mean, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. They don't have anything behind him right now. That's their problem.
Yeah, that's obvious because in the 4th quarter, you know, the backup quarterbacks threw those interceptions, and all of a sudden the 13-7 game was 29-7. So
it's preseason, baby. Preseason.
Look. Yeah. Joe, how about this? Let's do a donut bet on over and under how many games Bill or Callahan lasts as the head coach of the Titans.
I'm going to take 0 because it's Brian Callahan. So bring me a half dozen donuts now. We're only
Joe
to
wins.
3. Listen, let's be honest. You've promised us donuts now for a long time. You have not delivered.
Correct, but that I have a long memory now, and I'm gonna get y'all donuts. I promise.
We're here till 3 today.
You don't have to do it today. It's fine.
All right, so one day this week. How about that?
That works. Thank you, Clay.
See ya.
615-737-1025.
Look, at least we got joint practices Tuesday, Wednesday, another game on Friday that we can sit around and watch. So it's all good. And by the way, I know a lot of Titans fans that are friends of mine that headed to Atlanta on Friday to take in the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's an easy trip.
It is.
So why not?
Right down the road, except
and that's a pretty stadium too. Actually, I take it back. That stadium may beat out US Bank by a smidge.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Except this time, unlike when Chase and I went to Atlanta, there's no Beyonce concert.
Yeah,
WWE
really.
wrapping up their All-Star weekend, whatever it was, and then the All-Star game that was there
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, there was a lot
going on down there. Good
So
times. Great oldies.
Sure, the rooms were full.
They were. 615-737-1025. John McClain will join us at 2 o'clock. Coming up next, the AP Top 25 has been released, and I also have a twist that I think Big Joe will like. We'll do that coming up next. Chasing Big Joe on this Monday, 102.5 The Game. Hour number 2, Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Monday. He's Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chase McCabe, Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier behind the glass, doing a fantastic job as always. We'll get back to the Titans here in just a few minutes, and John McClain will join us at 2 o'clock today. But the AP Top 25, the preseason poll is out, which means, Joe, we're almost there.
Yeah, we are,
It
right?
is almost time.
We are 12
for college
days
football.
out from the start of college football. Now, it's funny, the AP poll or top 25, once it hits, mid-October, it's pretty irrelevant, right?
Yeah.
But lay it on us, Chase.
The
Who's where?
preseason AP Top 25. You can go ahead and play it. That's fine. Number 1 for the first time ever, I believe, the Texas Longhorns.
Wow.
The preseason
Ever? That's
top
interesting.
25. Penn State, Jimmy Frank at number 2.
Oh, God.
The Ohio State University at
No.
3.
I wanted a 1 versus 2 to start the year. That's okay. All right.
Clemson at 4.
Woo!
And the Georgia Bulldogs at 5.
It's a pretty good top 5 right there. Clemson's the one that nobody's talking about.
Clemson, I'm afraid it's about to hurt people. I think
Their own
Dabo
fan base.
I think Dabo is I don't know. I think Dabo's about to be like, oh, did you forget about us?
Good.
Then it's Notre Dame, Oregon, Alabama, LSU, and Miami, the top 10.
So Alabama comes in at 8th. They're my pick to win it all this year.
Oregon got a first place vote, by the
Okay.
way, as did Georgia.
So opening season, first weekend, we got 1 versus 3, 4 versus 9. I love it.
11, Arizona State, Illinois, South Carolina, Michigan, Florida, SMU, Kansas State, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, and Indiana.
Indiana top 20. What a joke.
Notice I haven't mentioned a certain team.
I know. So 18 is Oklahoma. Gators are 15. Carolina sit there at 13. Not bad. I mean, there's good placement there. Carolina's got a chance to come out of the gate really strong. That opening game versus who are they play opening game? It's in Atlanta.
Oklahoma?
No, South Carolina. That opening game. Tennessee plays that Saturday in South Carolina.
Syracuse, yeah.
Is it North Carolina on the Sunday? I don't remember.
No.
We had the damn guy on from
Hang on.
the
I think we're airing the game. Hang on.
Peach Bowl.
It is Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech. There we
Yep.
go. Thank you,
Yep,
Chase.
that's what it is.
All right. Continue on. I'm sorry.
21, Ole Miss. 22, Iowa State. 23, Texas Tech. 24, the Tennessee Volunteers. And 25, Boise State.
So we had been seeing rumors Tennessee 15, 16, 17. I guess not having a quarterback will knock you down.
Yeah. And you know what? If you're a Vols fan, don't be mad. Just say okay.
Yep.
Because here's the deal. You don't know.
No.
We don't know how this team's going to look this year.
Nope.
So don't let it bug you.
And you made the top 20. I mean, you made the preseason top 25.
Yes.
So it's not bad to put it there. So let's go Texas, Georgia, Alabama, LSU, South Carolina, Florida, Oklahoma, A&M, Ole Miss, Tennessee. So 10 of your 16 are in the top 25.
Correct.
Not bad.
All right. So I saw this over the weekend and I was like, you know what? I want to have a little fun with this. The first ever AP poll was released week 1 of 1936. And they did 20. It was the top 20.
Will you please run down 20-1 for me?
Yes.
I'm curious.
Minnesota, Duke.
At 20?
No, this is number 1 and number 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 1, Minnesota. Number 2, Duke.
All right.
Number 3, Army. Number 4, Northwestern. Purdue. Southern Cal. Notre Dame. Washington. Pittsburgh. Yale. That
And
was
the top 10.
That was the top 10.
All right.
11, Duquesne. St. Mary's.
Yes.
LSU. Texas A&M. Nebraska. Fordham. Holy Cross. Tulane. SMU. And Marquette.
This is amazing.
That was the first ever AP poll.
And what year was this?
1936.
I love this.
So, and we could do this every day, have some fun with this. So I asked ChatGPT, which is the AI program. I said, can you predict the 1936 college football national champion using today's current 12-team playoff rules? Show me the result of each playoff game. And so retro college football playoff in 1936.
Okay.
So the first thing it did was give me the final AP poll, just 1 through 12. Minnesota went 7-1 as the Big Ten champion. LSU went 9-0-1 as the SEC champion.
Always strong.
Pittsburgh 8-1-1.
Okay.
Washington 7-1-1 and won the Pacific Coast. Duke went 9-1 and won the Southern Conference. Fordham was 5-1-2 on the season. Alabama 8-0-1.
Yeah.
Northwestern at 7-1. Notre Dame 6-2-1. Santa Clara 7-1. Nebraska won the Big Six at 7-1, and Villanova at 7-2. That was the top 12.
It's so great comparing it to where these schools are now.
Yes.
All right.
Now the seeds, I guess I should say, the first 4 seeds, Minnesota, LSU, Washington, and Duke all received a first round bye.
Okay.
Then it was Pittsburgh, Fordham, Alabama, Northwestern, Notre Dame, Santa Clara, Nebraska, and Villanova.
All right.
Your first round matchups are as follows. I feel like I should do it like this. 1930s.
1936 here. Alabama take on Fordham. Do it. Keep going. You got
The
this.
12 seed Villanova headed to Pittsburgh to take on them. Pitt's defense dominates, and they win 27-7 to advance. Nebraska on the road at Fordham. The 7 blocks of granite hold on. Fordham wins 13-6.
It only took them 4 days by train to get to Fordham.
Santa Clara headed to Tuscaloosa to take on the 7th seed Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama's ground game was too strong, and the Tide win it 21-14. Notre Dame against Northwestern, a rivalry as old as time, as Northwestern edges the Irish in a defensive slugfest 10-7.
So it gives us down to the final 8, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now the quarterfinals. Pittsburgh against the Duke Blue Devils. Pitt's power run game outmuscles Duke, and they win 20-14.
Okay. Pitt's in semifinals.
Fordham takes on Washington, and the cross-country trip favors the Huskies. They win 17-6.
Good Lord. I had to take a month to get there. All right. All right. So Pitt, Washington.
Yep. An all-SEC showdown pits Alabama against LSU in Baton Rouge. LSU survives 14-13.
Wow. Okay. All right.
What a thriller. Northwestern takes on Minnesota, a rematch of the regular season. Minnesota repeats with a 21-7 win.
Oh, we got. So we got Pitt versus Washington.
No, Minnesota versus Pitt.
Minnesota versus Pitt. Okay.
Yep. And then Washington versus LSU.
All right.
So Minnesota grinds out the clock and wins 16-7 over Pittsburgh.
So the Gophers to the finals.
And the other game, LSU speed and passing game prevail. They beat Washington 20-10.
So Minnesota and LSU in the national championship.
1 versus 2.
Oh, I love this.
Minnesota's line dominates the second half. They win the game 19-13 to become the 1936 retro college football playoff national champion, the same as it was in history.
Was it really?
Yep. According to this.
Yeah. Okay. I pulled up LSU's 1936 team to look at them.
So there you go.
Yeah. I mean, that is something.
David Big Rock says that this accent has to be mandatory now.
It should be. Anytime you go past 1950. It was the LSU Tigers taking on Santa Clara in Tulane Stadium that year, and Santa Clara won 21-4. And this is the real part of this.
So Santa Clara beat Minnesota.
Beat LSU in the Tulane Stadium in New Orleans.
Oh.
So I just put in the 1936 LSU team.
So, but the 1936 champion was, I should have checked this, was Minnesota, I think.
It could happen again. You just got back from there, buddy.
I did. I was right by their campus. It was Minnesota. Actually, this is funny. Minnesota, Pittsburgh, LSU, and Duke all claimed championships.
I'm surprised Alabama didn't claim one too as well there. If you're on Wikipedia,
Larry Kelly was the Heisman winner that year. You really liked him.
Look at
From
the
Yale.
offensive scheme it says for Minnesota in 1936
I don't. What does it say?
on Wikipedia. The single wing.
The single win.
Bernie Bierman got the Minnesota Golden Gophers rolling there. God, that was, it's funny is that we take for granted now, like ESPN and the apps but back then, newspaper, man.
Yeah, let me read this from October 17th, better known as the third Saturday in October. Minnesota defeated Michigan 26-0. Santa Clara won at San Jose State 20-0. And in Birmingham, Alabama and Tennessee played to a 0-0 tie.
Oh my gosh. Oh, good. If you look at the league that year, also the team that came in last, Sewanee, was 0-5 in 1936 in the SEC. Tulane was in there too, Georgia Tech. Oh, that guy, you got to have so much fun with that Chat GPT all day long.
Well, I'm kind of thinking we could do this every day for a different year.
That's pretty cool.
You could give a year and do like I'd be curious of what was the year that Auburn went undefeated and didn't get put in the BCS championship game. Was that 04?
04, yes.
I'd be curious on that.
That was a good team.
So a little fun as we get ready for college football.
I mean, you go back and look at this and these games, and like LSU that year, LSU played at Vandy. 10,000 people showed up at Dudley Field for that game. They won 19-0. It's just, I mean, it was pure back then.
Can you imagine, because everybody now everybody shows up in T-shirts and jerseys and their colors. At that stadium, they were probably all in like suit coats and
and the hats,
pea coats and hats
in a billion degrees.
Yeah,
no, I ain't doing that. That's crazy. But
I'm here for the Commodores. Another touchdown for Vandy.
And think about that too. That was before World War II. I mean, that was before the world changed and all that happened after that. So, man, you travel by. I mean, did they do plane? I think they did trains, right?
Probably
then?
Trains, yeah.
Can you imagine going from Washington to Fordham on a train with no internet, no phone?
It also makes you wonder why some of these teams, some of these schools, I should say, got rid of their or didn't put as much of an emphasis on their football program, or was it just because as more of the bigger schools became the bigger schools?
Had to be. I mean, look at Sewanee. Sewanee couldn't have competed versus LSU and Alabama.
See, that's one of my favorite trivia questions of, the founding members of the SEC. Everybody, I think, gets Georgia Tech and Tulane, but nobody gets Sewanee.
Yeah, right. And so you can't keep up with the LSUs and the Alabamas and the Georgia. You just couldn't do that. So they kind of said, peace out, we're gone. And Sewanee went and did their own thing. Head coach down there, Andy McCollum, former MTSU head coach.
Yep. So do you think Texas is the team to beat?
Yes. But
let's see.
Game one.
Let's see.
The Clemson thing at 4 really got me. I thought maybe 9, 10, 11, but the top 4 from people who really know what's going on.
Cade Klubnik's good.
Yes.
They got a quarterback.
Tennessee beat him down in the Orange Bowl a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, he's stayed, he's developed.
Has he still not gotten a guy from the portal? Dabo?
I think he did finally jump into it this year. I need to double check that, but I think it was
the service academies and then Clemson. That was the last I knew of doing things like that.
Yeah.
Look, he's going to stick to his guns, love him or hate him or not, but he's won multiple national championships. No other football coach current has. Am I right on that? I think I am. Saban ducked out. Urban Meyer ducked out. Yeah, that'd be it.
Yeah, that seems right.
In Power 4.
615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. We'll have more coming here on the Chasing Big Joe show, presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel on this Monday, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Nashville's best deal of the week is one of my favorite places, Fat Bottom Brewing Company. Join Fat Bottom this Saturday for their Lucky 13 anniversary party at 800 44th Avenue North in Nashville, in the Nations, or just outside of it. It's a full day of casino-themed fun, live tattoos from Black 13, face painting, balloon art game, and, of course, ice-cold beer, and they do have some good beer over there. Get a $100 gift card, half off while supplies last at thegamenashville.com/deals. Plus, don't miss their Lucky 13 anniversary party this Saturday at Fat Bottom Brewing Company. Go check that out. Chasing Big Joe here on this Monday. Let's take a couple of phone calls before we keep moving on. Kenny the mailman has been waiting patiently and has a question for you, Big Joe.
Hello, good friends. We missed you, Chase. Welcome back.
Well, it's good to be back. Thank you, Kenny.
Joe, I've been taking mental reps to try to learn your terminology. But for the life of me, now I did go to Cone High School and our valedictorian had a B- average, okay?
Okay, I got you.
But how in the world do you hatch a Wiggin? I still hadn't figured
It's a family
that out.
show.
You got to be very careful not to injure your groin when you do that.
Oh my goodness. Well, on top of that, our buddy Chase was claiming wide receivers were lying about inches.
Yep.
And ironically, it came right after a commercial for legal cannabis through the mail in Nashville.
There you go.
But do you deliver that? You deliver that?
I will not participate in such notions.
Look, all wide receivers are men. That means they lie. So there you go about
Do y'all
inches.
try out all your commercial products?
That's
No.
a great question.
I mean,
Chase
the
did.
ones we
Well, listen, we enjoy.
as a wise man once said, I hate to do this, but I gotta run.
Well, listen, y'all's blunders are better than the other shows, whatever they come up with. All my
Thank
best
you.
friends.
Thank you, Kenny.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate it. That's a good one. Dylan wants to weigh in. Dylan, what's up?
Hey, guys, I actually just had a sports trivia question for you. I just wanted to know if you guys knew the most punts ever recorded in a college football game.
The most punts. Oh, my
have no
gosh.
idea.
What is it? In the last 20 years, 30 years, or was it like something happened in 1837?
1939.
Most punts. I'm going to say most punts. 22.
You got a guess, Chase?
I have no idea.
77.
What?
And it's Texas Tech versus Centenary. I don't know. Apparently it was rainy and muddy, and basically they both the strategy was to punt it far and have the other team's returner fumble so they'd be closer to the end zone because nobody could move the ball and score. And it ended in a 0-0 tie.
Oh, I just looked it up now. Yeah, Centenary versus Texas Tech in a torrential downpour. Oh, this is
Centenary.
great. Played in. This is great. I love.
Thanks for the
like
call,
this.
Dylan. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh, 77 punts. That'll never be topped again. Thank God. Get rid of all punters.
An interesting, I guess, headline that probably doesn't have too much behind it, but again, caught my interest. That John Gruden, quote, would die to coach in the SEC as he looks to get back into football.
Yeah.
If you are, I mean, let's just say any college program, would you take a flyer on John Gruden to come be your coach and run your program? I mean, you look at the following he has through Barstool and what he does with the opening the gear and all that stuff. I mean, obviously he connects with that generation that you would be recruiting. So it's not an awful idea.
Well, let's spin this over to one Dr. Crane in Mississippi State. John Gruden, no offense, is not taking the Mississippi State job, no matter how much he wants to coach in the SEC.
No, he'll take it.
And he knows why.
No, he'll take it. He'll take that SEC job 100%. Mississippi State is absolutely bottom of the barrel, but you know what? They'll give him a free cowbell. They'll give him unlimited food and drinks. Looks like the guy loves to eat, so that's a good thing. But he knows his X's and O's, and maybe he knows how to corral some cattle.
I can tell you who would just take that job in a heartbeat because he knows as soon as he walked on campus in Starkville, he is God. Jimbo Fisher.
Could be. Could be. I tell you where Gruden would go. Gruden's smart. You go to a state where there's only one football team.
Mm-hmm.
You go to Arkansas.
Yeah. That could work for him.
John Gruden in Arkansas would be a dynamite hit.
Jay Gruden would probably be on the staff.
Jay Gruden with it. John Gruden to Arkansas would get it done. If you go to Mississippi State, you're behind Ole Miss in everything that you do, right, Dr. Crane, for the most part?
Sure. I don't want to admit it, but sure.
You don't have to. I mean, if you go anyplace else, maybe Georgia. He keeps hanging out at Georgia quite a bit. He likes Georgia.
But if you want to put your stamp on things, go to Mississippi State. Beat
I
Ole Miss
agree.
every single time.
I agree.
It's an SEC job.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Like people used to laugh at Vanderbilt. Like, it's an SEC job.
When Saban was kicking ass at Bama back in the mid-teens, like, he could turn anybody around. Go to Vandy. Can you go to Vandy and see if you can turn it around? See if you could turn it, and then I'm going to put you at the highest pedestal of being the greatest coach. But if you're Gruden and you're making all these overtures about doing that, go to Arkansas. I mean, you're the big dog. There's a lot of fans there. You'll be number one in the state. That's where you go.
He said, quote, "The only reason I really came here is I want to coach again. I'm being honest with you. I do not bleep either. I want to coach again. I'd die to coach in the SEC. I would love it. I would bleep and love it."
Okay. The Jimbo thing's interesting. Because
he's going to be back.
What does it say on our board right there?
It says Jimbo sniffing around.
That's exactly what he's doing. Look, the money's great and all that, but at the end of the day, he's a coach. All these guys
get
are
that
just
money
coaches.
no matter what.
Oh,
right?
yeah. But these guys just want to coach football. So I think Jimbo lands, if not at Mississippi State, in the ACC somewhere, kind of in it, but not in it. Like nowhere in the SEC.
Arkansas could be interesting for him too. That's not a bad. Again, that's a step down from where he was, from Texas A&M and let's just play a hypothetical game.
I like this.
Things don't go well in Tallahassee this year. Mike Norvell's gone. Do you think they would bring him back?
Not at all.
You think he
left them in a mess?
He burnt that bridge too much?
He burnt that bridge and got out of there and went to A&M. I don't think they bring him back at all. I don't. And I think
the fan base would.
I don't know, man. He's not well liked. I mean, I'm telling you, the guy is not well liked. And the A&M thing now, how well Elko's doing down there. And I mean, Elko took some pot shots at Jimbo in that SEC documentary, which was, about we coming to win championships, not talk about him. But I think he ends up at an ACC school and then kind of works his way back up. That's me. I don't have any insight in anything other than I can't stand him. No, but I think Gruden would be good for football. But Gruden right now is living the life. I mean, he's living the life. The box opening now has become a must-watch on football. I told you when he sent one to our buddy at Eastern Kentucky, Walt got all these phone calls and text messages, like hundreds. Like, you see John Gruden did? He did it for Tennessee Tech. He did it for Tennessee State. I mean, he does it everywhere. People love that John Gruden's doing this. Now, there's a lot of people that don't like John Gruden because of what happened, and I understand that too.
Yeah.
I understand that. So that's Gruden. He's going to have to do a lot of mea culpa on this. So
okay.
We'll see.
If in the ACC, I could see him at like a Virginia Tech or a Georgia Tech, something like that.
Jimbo?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I mean, maybe there's a lot. NC State. I mean, I think he keeps it in the South. I don't think he goes any farther than Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could see him in and up at, I don't know, I mean, a USF, outside the ACC, but like USF or an FAU, which seems to be a.
Would Miami even consider him if Cristobal just flames out?
Maybe. I mean, the guy can recruit.
Yeah. He knows the area.
He knows the area well.
That's an interesting one. But I think like a Mississippi State or Arkansas, to keep him in the SEC.
Yep. He'll land somewhere. He wants to coach.
Or Oklahoma.
I think somebody goes to Oklahoma that you hadn't thought about.
Who?
I evidently,
because I think that job is open by the end of the year.
Evidently, they've mended fences, what I've been told.
Heupel
and Stoops. That's the rumor mill.
Interesting.
You always want to go home.
Well, let's just put it into the universe then. Josh Heupel goes to Oklahoma. John Gruden goes down to Calhoun's there by the river with Peyton Manning, and they get that deal done, baby.
In
And
a heart,
Gruden goes to Knoxville.
I think Gruden would coach for free. Could you imagine if that happened?
Oh my God, I would love that just for the circus that came with it.
Absolutely. Heupel goes home. Good for him. You always want to go home. He goes back home. Didn't
Would
work for Scott
Vols
Frost.
fans be mad at him if he did that?
No.
You say yes, Dr. Crane.
Absolutely, they
I
would.
kind of lean. It's okay. Let's talk. Now we've hit on something. What if Oklahoma, if Venables just flames out and Oklahoma's open this year, which I think it will be, because I think they're realizing the SEC is a lot tougher than they thought it was going to be, and Stoops and Heupel are good, and Heupel goes home and takes that job. Would Vols fans understand, or would they be like, "Oh, of course he doesn't get the quarterback fixed and just leaves us up and just sitting here"? 615-737-1025. John McClain joining us at the top of the next hour. It's Chasing Big Joe on this Monday, 1025 The Game.
Hey guys, Big Joe here. For the last 2 years, we've been on a mental health mission on the Chase and Big Joe show. We tell you that if you are struggling, please talk to someone. Talking to someone really saved my life. And if you're in that dark place, I want you to know that help is around the corner. We have partnered with Unity Psychiatric Care, just a wonderful place here in Middle Tennessee for you to get well. Let me tell you, it works. Just go to thegamenashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe show, and there will be a link to Unity Psychiatric Care. So many have reached out to us in the last 2 years. Now we have a partner that cares about you. And listen, you do not have to go through any of it alone. You can call 1-888-508-8002. That is 1-888-508-8002. Listen, we love you, and we say all the time our world's a better place because you are here. Just simply go to thegamenashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe tab, and you'll see all the information you need about Unity Psychiatric Care right there for you. Listen, help is just around the corner, and I'm telling you, you don't have to go through any of this alone.
Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Monday. Who's doing this? Sitting White Snake. You can talk.
It's live remastered.
Live remastered.
Gotcha.
Speaking of good music, Dr. Crane, Songwriter Night this Wednesday from 5 to 8 at Bar Lines, powered by 3 Ring Circus. Again, Songwriters Night this Wednesday night from 5 to 8 at Bar Lines. Here's the best part about it. It's free, featuring great songwriters like Anthony Billups, Sidney Mack, Wade Fitzgerald, Jackson Peden, Curtis John. Again, if this bar could talk, songs and stories from Bar Lines, Wednesday night, 5 to 8. It's free. Chase and I will be down there Thursday at Bar Lines on the big stage, but you can come down there Wednesday night, hang out, and have a good time. We love the Omni, and we love Bar Lines.
Yes, sir. Michael and Madison also corrected us earlier. We're stupid. Kirby Smart has won 2 national titles.
This is not on you, Chase. This is on me.
That was I should have known that too. JD says John Gruden will be the next coach at LSU. Ben also says that after Brian Kelly gets fired. I think LSU is going to be good this year. But I was also on that boat of thinking that maybe he's out after this year. After talking with people more in the know, Caroline Fenton, I think it would be next year because they owe him a lot of money. Not that usually matters.
He goes 4-8. He's gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, if like they have a 9 or 10 win season, that's probably gets them in the playoff. But if it's that, then I think then it's the next year.
Let me ask you this. And we got a lot of response on our text line, 615-737-1025 over Josh Heupel. If you're John Gruden, LSU or Tennessee? I know where he goes. Where would you go?
If I'm him, I would take Tennessee.
He's going to because he loves Tennessee.
Because I think
but that's a 50-50. That's a tough
better
one.
I think that's a better job for him. I think he just fits there. He fits the fan base. There would be not necessarily patience, but like excitement with him. LSU is just a different job. I mean, here's the thing. Some of it's their own fault. Like, I know Ed Orgeron wasn't the best coach in the world, and all the stars aligned for that team to come together for them to win that championship.
Oh, yeah.
But you won a national championship with what many consider to be the greatest college football team of all time under Ed Orgeron.
Mm-hmm.
He was also the perfect coach for LSU. Like, he fit you. And
that's why Gruden would be a great fit at LSU.
You think so?
I tell you what, man. I mean, he would go in there. And I tell you what, man.
He's just good football players.
I mean, he's
good
crazy.
Football team.
He's crazy as a Cajun. I mean, which is beautiful. Yeah. Which is a beautiful marriage of those guys. But look, he started at Tennessee. His wife is from East Tennessee.
Yeah.
I got property up in East Tennessee. I mean, he would be. But I think Heupel going back to Oklahoma would be something. I mean, if he's repaired the damage, him and Stoops, ride back into town.
So Dylan asks a really good question.
Yes.
If you're a Titans fan right now today, would you rather have Brian Callahan or John Gruden as your head football coach?
John Gruden, 100%.
John Gruden going away.
Yeah.
Now, and here's the other thing. If the Titans job opens up, I would look at him. I don't know if she would.
No.
But I would.
There's baggage. That
I know there's baggage. There's baggage, but I mean, sometimes, look, the best coaches usually have baggage.
This is different kind of baggage.
I know.
I mean, there's a lot of forgiveness that's got to take place.
Yeah,
for this to happen. And he knows it. He knows it. I mean, that's why he stayed out of the public eye for a couple of years and did it. But I still think, and you could laugh at me, I still think he is the most influential person in football right now.
He's one of them.
I mean, you watch those videos of everybody just gravitates towards. I mean, he's like a goodwill ambassador for it.
Was he under Majors or Fulmer?
Majors.
So back in the
86, 87, 88, right in there.
Gotcha.
That time.
8389 talking about Jimbo Fisher. As an FSU fan, he's burned that bridge in Tallahassee.
He has. I mean, he left them after the 2017 season, and then they spiraled and went out of there, and he got out and did what he needed to do and left town, man.
3722 said, I would go from hating everything Tennessee is to wearing that crappy orange proudly if Gruden got that job.
And then what quarterback would not want to play for John?
Sure.
And you give him an pretty much unlimited budget, you get any quarterback in the country to come there.
Tommy says, as a Vols fan, I'd love Gruden, but boys, Tennessee won't let Heupel go. They'll outpay Oklahoma. I don't know. Now he has to accept it. There is a price to pay about going home.
Mm-hmm.
And the way things ended for Heupel at Oklahoma was not how he wanted to be remembered. I mean, he won a national championship there, or
did not?
No,
no, he did. He did.
Yeah,
2000.
In 2000,
he came in second in the Heisman Trophy.
Second in the Heisman. I mean, he's beloved. If there's an opportunity, that'd be hard to compete against.
Only thing, I mean, you just look. Hey, what happened to Scott Frost?
Yeah,
I
mean, he said it best: don't take the wrong job. I mean, it's hard. There's an extra pressure. I mean, Clark Lee's experiencing it right now.
Well, Jeff Brom at Louisville. There's others that happen that go on that return home, and it's good. It's either really, really good or it's awful.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've seen both examples of that.
I mean, Majors was successful at Tennessee. Spurrier was successful at Florida. Fulmer was successful at Tennessee. I mean, there are obviously examples of where it works.
Watson Brown was not at Vanderbilt.
Watson Brown was terrible at Vanderbilt.
He was. Mike Shula. Mike Shula gets a lot of hate at Alabama, but he righted the ship.
And he's also the offensive coordinator for a team that a lot of people like right now.
He righted it. Where is he now?
South Carolina.
Okay. That's right. I should know that. He righted the ship at Alabama. Wasn't great. Wasn't awful.
Yeah.
Got them going, and they brought in Saban after that. So I don't know, it's interesting. It's a great topic to bring up, but if that happens, then of course you go after Gruden.
9355 said, if the Vols had a season like last or better and he decided to leave, I think the majority would understand. If they flop and he leaves, they would absolutely hate him. The Vol for Life fan base turned Nico jerseys when he left. It absolutely would be taken personally. I could not agree more with that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I think that is why Vols fans are in a league of their own when it comes to being resentful. No way his name doesn't get trashed nonstop if he leaves. Go Dogs.
But I don't think he cares. You're going home to Oklahoma if you leave. I don't think it matters. If I'm Oklahoma and it goes south with Brent Venables and they go 5-7, that's the first phone call I make. It's to Josh Heupel.
4704 says the Titans only hire first-time football coaches. Have they ever hired a coach with previous coaching experience as the head coach? They have. Ken Wisenhunt and then Mike Mularkey.
Yep.
Ken Wisenhunt coached Arizona to a Super Bowl loss against Pittsburgh. Mike Mularkey was previously with Buffalo and Jacksonville.
That's a great question. That's a great point. I mean,
But those are the only ones
that I know. That's right.
Fisher was a first-time head coach. Munchak was a first-time head coach. Vrabel was a first-time head coach, and Brian Callahan.
That's right.
And before that, Jack Pardee had been a head coach, I think.
I don't remember. I know he played with the Redskins. I don't think he coached them at all. I don't know. I don't remember. It's a good point.
Bum Phillips?
No, Bum's first job was Houston. Then he went to the Saints. Glanville went from Houston to Atlanta.
Yeah, so he was first time.
Yep, that's right.
And then I don't know really before that.
Yep.
Any of those. So that's a good point. That's a good observation. That'd be a question for John.
That would be.
McLean.
Is John on today?
He's coming up at 2:00.
2:00.
We'll get back into the Titans and their preseason loss to the Bucks. What were some things we liked, and what were some things that we want to see differently this week against Atlanta? Plus John at 2:00. It's Chasing Big Joe on this Monday, 102.5 The Game. That was Brian Callahan after the game the other night. Welcome back in, Chase and Big Joe here on this Monday, reacting to the Titans' loss to Tampa Bay, 29-7 down in Tampa Bay. Cam Ward, 5 of 8 for 67 yards, no touchdowns, but they did score a touchdown with Tony Pollard on the ground on that drive. Only 2 series for Cam Ward, so not much on the tape by any means. We'll talk to John McClain coming up here in a few minutes at 2 o'clock. Do want to pass on our well wishes. Definitely thinking about our man Jim Wyatt, of course, does a great job covering the Titans for TennesseeTitans.com. He tweeted out earlier that his father passed away early this morning and said, "My dad was my hero, my role model. I will miss him every day. Jimmy, we're thinking about you. We love you. Certainly know that pain." And and Jim was one of the first people to reach out to me when my dad passed away 4 years ago. So thinking about you, Jimmy, and hope to see you back at the field soon.
Yeah, his dad, Judge Wyatt, just a good man, and we love Jim and his family and all that. And it's tough. We've had Jim on our Mother's Day show to talk about what his mom meant to him, and it's not easy. And so, our prayers for Jim. And Jim's on the road. He's away. He's down in Tampa with the team, and we'll come back for all this. So it means a lot to us. Jim's a good man, friend of the show, and we're sorry for this.
Yeah, absolutely. With Cam Ward, okay, there was some good, there was some bad, there was some almost bad. He had the 2 missed throws, 2 incompletions on the first series where they went 3 and out. He had the 1 throw that really should have been an interception. He got away with 1, but he had a 27-yarder to Calvin Ridley.
Yes.
That I thought was good. There were a couple that, Ridley adjusted on. Overall, I think he's a rookie that's still in progress.
Well, I mean, more work this week with the Falcons, more work next week against the Vikings, and then it starts with the Broncos. But, I mean, there's a lot of promise here that's going on. We were watching the highlights when we went to the break. ESPN was showing him, when he's got time in the pocket, he can deliver.
Which
now,
he did. He did have.
You could say about every quarterback. I understand that. But, man, that pass was dead on to Ridley. He's got the arm. You know what he's got and what he can do. And I just think give him a little time to throw the ball, get comfortable. The only way you get comfortable is by becoming uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So these practices make you uncomfortable, make all the games uncomfortable. Let's speed it up a little bit this week in practice. Let's see more of you in the game Friday night. See more of what you can do. A lot of work with Cam Ward. He's your guy. You've banked the franchise on this guy. Let's see what you can do and go with Cam Ward. A lot of people are counting on him. Throw him out there.
Yep. And look, I've been one of those people that has said, if he's not ready, then don't play him. I know they're not going to do that, and I've accepted that. He's not ready. I mean, the truth is he is not ready to be the starting quarterback of the Tennessee Titans. The fact is he's going to be the starting quarterback of the Tennessee Titans. So you have to hope that he has the work ethic and the mental, the IQ, the football IQ enough to power through that. I believe he does.
Yeah.
I think he definitely has, all the physical abilities. And then the big thing is that I'm really unsure of, are the coaches good enough to coach him through that and to make him better while also, probably struggling at the same time?
Well, we talked about it with Tim last week. I mean, you got the offensive, you got the coordinator in your ear, you got Bo Hardigree, quarterback coach in your ear, you got the head coach in your ear as the offensive coordinator. There's a lot of people talking to you right now.
You're talking to receivers and different people. Now, all indications are he and Calvin Ridley have figured it out, that they're on the same page. And that's all great and everything. But there are 31 other teams, and especially the ones that are on your schedule, that have also figured that out. So you're going to have to come up with, now you had the one, technically, I guess it was 2 completions to Lockett. One of them was called back. So can you get on the same page with him? And then some of these other guys that we're really not given much of a chance to, they're going to have to step up. Or are there, as the waiver wire happens, I mean, are they going to look elsewhere and bring in some other guys?
I think Cam Ward's most comfortable right now on the field where, your OC, who's not your OC, is not talking to you. Your quarterback coach, who doesn't call the plays, is probably more in your ear than anything else. Reading. I mean, Callahan, again, is the head coach of the team. The head coach of the team. He's got to pay attention to defense. We heard last week, somebody said, "What's your duty today at joint practice?" He's like, "Well, I got to check in on the defense, so Nick Holtz will call the plays." Well, you're confusing Cam Ward even more because Nick Holtz doesn't call the plays because he's not offensive coordinator. Then you got the quarterback coach telling you this. I mean, so there's a lot of things been pounding into Cam Ward's head being talked about. So I'm not a fan of your head coach calling plays because you got to deal with the whole team and not just the quarterback. I know it's a drum we've just beaten nonstop, but same time, I think Cam Ward is more comfortable right now when he's playing than any time else.
And here's the other thing to remember too. When do you learn the most?
When you're failing.
Exactly. When you have successes, when you do something right, you don't really think about it because, hey, I did it right and it worked.
Yeah, right.
When you fail, that's when you go back and go, okay, how can I do this differently where I don't get that same result? And guess what? Rookies fail a lot.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, I'm not comparing him to Peyton Manning, but we keep saying that Peyton Manning's rookie year, he set a record for interceptions.
But he kept slinging, man.
Peyton Manning was a first ballot Hall of Famer and one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. So you got to just kind of take a step back. Like everybody that's picking him apart and analyzing every little throw down to the molecule, and just right down to like, oh, well, he did this wrong and all this stuff. It's just like,
but isn't that what we do? Isn't that what talk radio is?
That's what certain people view talk radio as. I think we're sitting here like it's a cab ride and having a discussion about the football team.
So listen to this.
That's me.
Brett Favre in 1991 was drafted by the Falcons. Atlanta head coach Jerry Glanville did not approve of drafting of Favre, saying it would take a plane crash for him to put Favre into the game. Favre's first pass in an NFL regular season game was an interception that was a pick six. He only attempted 4 passes in his first season with Atlanta, going 0 for 4, 2 interceptions.
Wasn't his first completion to himself?
Favre took one other snap, which resulted in a sack for 11-yard loss. Bingo. So one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. I mean, you're going to fail. Then you get better. Aikman, Manning, Elway, all these guys. So for us to think he's going to come in and get him there, the Mahomes storyline doesn't happen.
No.
He's already onto a loaded team with one of the greatest offensive minds of all time. It just happened to come together perfectly for him. It's going to take a while.
And he had a year behind a pretty good quarterback that I don't think gets a lot of credit.
Who, by the way, somebody said he's up for the Hall of Fame, which is ridiculous.
Well,
Alex Smith is not up for the Hall of Fame. Let's stop that right now.
He's eligible for the Hall of Fame.
Eligible.
Yeah.
He's nowhere near a Hall of Fame quarterback.
He's not a Hall of Fame quarterback.
No.
He is a
decent
Hall of Good.
If that.
Yeah. I mean, no, granted, he was number 1 pick, and
he was.
Won Heisman.
Did not
win a Heisman.
He played for Urban Meyer at Utah.
Yeah.
Drafted by the Niners.
Yep. So
I guess to validate Joe's point, I'm eligible to ride the rides, like the tall rides. So like it's the same thing as what's his name? Alex Smith.
Yeah.
With Kansas City.
You're eligible.
That is just an absolutely bizarre comparison. That's why I love you.
That was
It's
good.
the same
no,
thing.
I like it. I like it though.
Thank you.
Good. That was good. All right.
Stick to producing. All right.
No, I didn't say that. I said it was good.
No, I'm going to say that.
With that, coming up next, we will talk to John McClain from Houston. By the way, after a review and a week of doing the noon to 3, we will end the show with celebrity birthdays. And what day is it?
People wanted it.
They did. So we will do that. John McClain up next, 102.5 The Game. Hour number 3, Chasing Big Joe 102.5. The game on this Monday, reacting to the Titans' loss in their first preseason game, 29-7 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But with that, we bring in the great John McClain, who joins us from Houston. And of course, John is presented by Maple Street Biscuits. Wake up to wow. He joins us every Monday at 2. John, how are you?
I'm doing great, guys, and I would caution any of your listeners, don't pay one bit of attention what happens in the first preseason game. One year, the Buccaneers went undefeated in preseason, ended up with the first overall pick. As somebody printed or tweeted after the Cleveland Browns game, I think we should pump the brakes. Here's Brady Quinn's first preseason start, and Brady Quinn's statistics were even better than Shedeur Sanders.
Woo!
But people can't help it, of course. They already know a guy should start or he should be benched when, truthfully, it doesn't mean jack squat.
It does not. 5 of 8, 67 yards for Cam Ward. That's what everybody's looking at. I was at watching your team, the Houston Texans, take on the Minnesota Vikings.
My condolences.
Yeah, that was woo, riveting, let me tell you. J.J. McCarthy played one series, led his team to a field goal on that series, and it's like, you just can't take away. I mean, you take more away, John, I think, from the joint practices than you do anything else, but even that isn't the full story.
Well, I'll tell you something else. The Texans didn't play 9 of their 11 offensive starters, and the first time they got the ball, they went straight down the field for a touchdown. They looked great on offense. Well, Davis Mills is a seasoned backup quarterback, and he looked very good. And then, of course, J.J. McCarthy playing for the first time since Michigan. You know he's going to have some ups and downs, even though he's solidly entrenched as the starter. And the Vikings have, they've put a lot of pressure on him to do what Sam Darnold did last year when he led them to a 14-3 record. And so, and when I watched Cam Ward and when I watched him online, I thought in that case, you just want to see, does he go where he's supposed to go with the ball? What kind of decisions he makes? Does he bail out too soon? He'll be better than that each game. And in response to your question, teams always want to have the joint practice because head coaches can orchestrate everything. It's like a Broadway rehearsal. They'll have everything down to a T as far as the times, what they want to see. And even though the quarterbacks can't be hit, you're going to see quarterbacks get rushed. You're going to see which offensive linemen get beat, who picks up a blitz. And basically, you're going to see if the quarterback goes where he's supposed to go with the ball. And as I've told you guys before, and I'll tell you 1,000 times, Cam Ward has improved every time he stepped on the field, no matter what school he was playing with. And I think he'll do the same thing with the Titans. What they see this year won't be as good as what they'll see next year. And I'm really eager to see him play.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all are. John McClain is with us. The thing I wonder about is we sit here and we always say you learn more from your mistakes than you do your successes. And there were 2 throws in particular that I'm not trying to, dissect completely, but they were ones that stood out to me. He was trying to throw the ball away. He doesn't throw it out of bounds. We obviously saw Will Levis last year and what happened there. So that was a concern. And then there was a throw on the second drive that should have been intercepted, and it wasn't. Now, quarterbacks are not going to be perfect on every throw, but how much do you think that the coaches are sitting down and dissecting those plays and working with him so he doesn't make the same mistake twice?
Well, he's going to make the same mistake. He's a rookie quarterback. He's going to throw balls that should be intercepted, will be intercepted, and some will be dropped. Now, I'll tell you what, I think he'll be putting a little more powder on his throws to the sideline when he's trying to throw a ball away. That is easy. But as far as making sure a guy makes the right throw and he doesn't get it intercepted, hey, he's going to get double-digit interceptions this year because that's what most rookies do. The key is, does he make more of those good plays? And when he makes good plays, those are confidence builders. The coaches see that. They point it out to him. Way to go. His teammates see that as well. So I think good plays are just important as bad plays when you're in a learning experience like Cam Ward is.
The great John McClain is with us on the Chasing Big Joe show. All right, so John, game 2 for Cam Ward, Friday night versus the Falcons. How much would you play Cam Ward Friday night?
I think because he's a rookie and he needs the experience, I would play him at least the first half. And then in the third game, depending on how many they play, the starters, which usually is not much, I would want him, if indeed Callahan is playing the starters, at least a quarter, a half. I would want Ward out there as long as those starters are there, or as long as the second teamers are there, because the way it is today, you don't have 6 preseason games to learn. You don't even have 4, and sometime soon you're not going to have 3, and that's why those joint practices are so important. But because he's a rookie, I'd want to see him for at least the first half.
John, there was some problem with the backup quarterbacks in the NFL. We know they're not great, and the Titans certainly don't have anything good there. Would you, no matter what, not obviously no matter what, but Cam Ward set to start in Denver? I mean, if he continues progressing like he is, you're okay to start him in Denver?
Is that the third game or the second game?
It's the first game.
Oh, the regular season
Yes,
game.
sir, I'm sorry.
Absolutely, he needs to be starting. And I think, too, they're going to look around and see what backup quarterbacks with experience are available. I'd love to see him have a guy like Andy Dalton behind him, like they have in Carolina, and just an experienced guy that's going to work with him, like they have here with Davis Mills, who you trust. If he misses 2 or 3 games, you're comfortable at having the guy in there. I think they'll definitely be watching the waiver wire, or if somebody has people interested in, say, a third quarterback, seeing if they can get a low draft choice.
John, are those days gone? Of course, you were there with McNair in 95 in Houston when Floyd Reese said, here's McNair in the preseason. You're not going to see him again. Those days are gone, aren't they, where your top quarterback, rookies get brought in. Unless they're awful, they're going to play, aren't they?
Well, the thing about Steve McNair in 95, you can't sign players to 7-year contracts again like Floyd did. So they were in no hurry. They brought in Chris Chandler to be the starter for at least 1 year, maybe 2. When Steve got a chance to play, he ran around a lot. And he was a really good runner, and he would make some throws. You're like, wow. He kind of reminded me of Anthony Richardson, except he stayed healthy. And then the second year, players wanted him in the lineup. I remember doing a story with the veteran players talking off the record. They wanted me to quote him, but off the record, how they wanted to see McNair and not Chandler because they knew he was the future and they wanted him to be the present. But they could take that approach because he was under contract for so long. But yes, he should start. They don't have a guy behind him like, say, a Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco may start a few games, and then they go to Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders, and you'll see some other situations like that. But I think he needs to get out there and learn. It's like Peyton Manning always said, you learn more on than off the field. What you don't want is to destroy a guy's confidence.
100%. We'll have more with John McClain coming up next here on Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. More with John McClain, presented by Maple Street Biscuits. Wake up to wow. Chasing Big Joe here on 102.5 The Game. Well, John, we've kind of alluded to it a little bit, but Shedeur Sanders makes his debut for the Cleveland Browns on Friday night. Oh, man, they're going to put a statue up. 14 of 23, 138 yards and 2 touchdowns against, the Panthers' third string, basically, is what it was. And I'm not trying to take anything away from the young man. Good for him, but I still think he's not number one on the depth chart.
That's exactly right, Chase. Good for him. He's under a lot of pressure. He's handled himself very well there. Once he got away from his daddy, calling him legendary, putting up legendary signs. The only thing I don't like is he's still got his other brother, not Shiloh, the Buccaneers safety, who's doing really well. But the other one, he's still got his entourage in which they are shooting everything he does. And but under the circumstances, he did a really good job. He played with a lot of backups, against a lot of backups. Next time he plays, they're going to want to see more. They're going to want to see Dylan Gabriel and as well, because the odds are Kenny Pickett will probably be traded. People now believe, now I'm not talking about people in Cleveland, that if something happens to Flacco, Sanders is automatically the starter. No, that's not the case unless Gabriel is injured. But it's the only game I really cared about outside of the AFC South was watching Shedeur Sanders, and I was entertained.
Did you see any of Jackson Dart with the Giants? Because he was another one that I think impressed some people.
Yeah, and he did a really good job. Also under a lot of pressure because we know he's going to be starting at some point. Russell Wilson will begin the season. Everybody, including the owner, they want to see Dart. Dart, under the circumstances, did a very good job.
How concerned do you think the Rams should be at this point with this thing with Stafford? And I know Stetson Bennett played the entire preseason game for them the other night. I would assume Jimmy Garoppolo is the backup. But how concerned should they be about Stafford and his status right now?
Anytime a guy's not at practice, you got to be concerned about it. When it's your back and you're getting treatments and you're getting injections and things, and nobody knows when somebody's going to return from a back injury. They don't have any idea. Could be this week. It could be halfway through the season. At his age, he's going to be 38. The Texans and their fans are happy for him to take off the first weekend because they play out there. And they don't think he should be rushed back. And he doesn't need to play in preseason, but they're keeping a close eye on him here since they're going up against him in that first one. He's been very durable throughout his career. He's very tough mentally and physically. I'm just guessing, without a clue of the situation, that he'll be in the lineup.
Talking to John McClain on the Chasing Big Joe show. And, John, we value your opinion so much of everything with football. Let me ask you this. How come the NFL has never struck a deal with the CFL when it comes to players? Because you look at a guy like Warren Moon, he spent the 5 years in the CFL, comes down to Houston. You saw him firsthand, how great he was. If quarterbacks are such a priority, to go out and get a quarterback who's ran a team in big-time games in the CFL, why has that never been a possibility more?
You talking about being like a minor league team?
Yes, sir.
For the NFL? Well, as it is now, if the player's contract's up, he can come to the NFL. And a lot of those guys do get signed as undrafted free agents. Every once in a while, you'll see one play well enough to play. Warren Moon, definitely the greatest in history. But he didn't go because he was inferior. He went because he wasn't going to be drafted. A lot of teams thought back then he was the MVP of the 78 Rose Bowl. He should be moved to a different position because he is a black quarterback. And so he decided, he and his agent, Lee Steinberg, to go up there. There have been guys like Tom Cousineau, great linebacker from Ohio State. He went to Canada first. And the USFL used to have a lot. So they're there if you want them. In a perfect world, every team would have a team playing in another league where they could run your system. And when they come up, they would know what it is on offense and defense, but that would cost teams money to be able to buy the rights to that. And I'm not in the one of the things about it is the rules are so much different and the fields are so much different that there's a lot of players, not exactly brain surgeons. They'd have a lot of time figuring it out.
John, back when you were covering with Warren Moon and Stabler and those guys, I know the preseason was a lot different. How much did those quarterbacks play in the preseason back then? And when did that, pendulum kind of swing to where quarterbacks now don't play as much in the preseason?
Well, that happened when they put in a salary cap and everybody's paranoid about people getting hurt, but just as many people get hurt now as they did then. When it was 6, let me go to when it was 4. Well, my first training camp in 1977, there were 6 exhibition games, but that makes me depressed even thinking about it. So I'll say when it's 4, starters would play 1 quarter. Next game they'd play 2. Next game they'd play 3. And in the last one, they would play 3, and it would get them, they're ready to start the season. And then when they put in the collective bargaining agreement and the salary cap in 93, everything changed. One coach may have said, okay, I'm not playing my guys anymore. And then others started to do the same thing, where now preseason is a waste unless you're a mama or a daddy or brother or sister, wife or girlfriend, because you want to see your guy play.
We're talking to John McClain here on the Chasing Big Joe show here on 102.5 The Game. I'm curious, John, of what type of bonus the referee is going to get for taking out CeeDee Lamb. That was quite a tackle that we saw in the preseason game with the Cowboys.
Yeah, Lamb's he doesn't make a good cheerleader. That's for certain.
No.
If somebody, the get back coach is in trouble. The guy's supposed to yell, get back, every time somebody is close to the line. He's lucky he did not get hurt. Can you imagine if he'd gotten hurt, missed an extended period of the season? It was a funny thing ultimately, but my goodness, that could have been tragic.
Well, so what was interesting is there were 2 bizarre things that happened on Saturday that I, really hadn't seen before. That, and then I've watched NASCAR my entire life, and kid wins the Xfinity race, is getting out of the car to celebrate, loses his footing, trips and falls and breaks his collarbone and knocks himself out at the same time. And just bizarre, but things that you don't really think about. But as Alex Moore said in the poll report, the official, that is a penalty. It was sideline interference on CeeDee Lamb. He was in a restricted area.
Can you imagine if that'd been a regular season game and it cost the Cowboys a game? That's the thing that we love about sports. No matter when we think we've seen everything, there's always something new.
I'm intrigued by the Cowboys and Brian Schottenheimer, his first year as a head coach with them. I know they didn't play the starters. Joe Milton played a good chunk of the game at quarterback, but they've had some big injuries as well that I think could set them back. But they're still an intriguing team.
Although the Cowboys are always intriguing, the last 5 seasons in which Dak Prescott has played every game or most of the games, they've made the playoffs every year. So what's the key to the Cowboys? No, it's not signing Micah Parsons to an extension. It's keeping Dak Prescott healthy.
Oh, absolutely. John McClain's with us. John, Carolina comes to Houston on Saturday for a preseason game. How much do you think you'll see CJ Stroud play, or do you need to see more of him or less? Because going to his 3rd year, new offensive coordinator, I think we should see him in the first half at least.
Yeah, I think he'll play at least first quarter. How the offense does will probably determine how long he plays. I'm eager to see he and Bryce Young, good friends, competitors going back to their time in high school in California. That's the only reason I give a damn about this preseason game.
Are they doing joint practices, John?
They have one on Thursday here. Can't wait for that. They had one. They'll have one in Detroit before they play their last preseason game next week.
Yeah, you talked about earlier about coaches like joint practice because they're control freaks. You can control the tempo, you can control the plays and everything. I like them because the guy's going all out, unlike a preseason game. I like the joint practices.
Everybody does. I remember Jeff Fisher said one time that he'd rather have joint practices than preseason games, and I think most coaches feel the same way.
He has said that to us a time or two as well. John, appreciate it as always. We'll talk to you next week.
My pleasure, guys. Thank you as always.
Absolutely. John McClain joining us as he does every Monday at 2:00, presented by just lost it, Maple Street Biscuit Company. Wake up to wow. And we appreciate them for being on board. And the Chasing Big Joe show presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel. Coming up next, there was a monumental deal that was announced today.
Big time.
And it is something that everybody should pay attention to because I think it is a game changer. We will talk about that coming up next here on Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Ah, yes. Very good. The UFC, welcome back in, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. The UFC announcing a 7-year deal with Paramount worth $1.1 billion per year. So do the math there. That's $7.7 billion over the course of the year. That will see Paramount Plus become the new home for UFC's major events. They will exclusively distribute the UFC's full slate of its 13 marquee numbered events and 30 fight nights on the platform Paramount Plus, with select numbered events also simulcast on CBS beginning in 2026, ending the pay-per-view model that had been so prominent for so long. That's what they had with ESPN. That's what they had before that. That's what WWE had for a long time. WWE announced that they're moving their premium live events, they don't even call them pay-per-views anymore, to ESPN platforms starting next year. Y'all, the game's changed. And I'm going to tell you right now, eventually, and like, you know, I'm not picking on you, but like your generation's going to fight this.
You can go straight to hell.
But you're going to be paying for a Super Bowl soon, because you're going to have to buy a streaming service to get the Super Bowl, because the NFL is going to sit there and look at what TKO just made a bleep ton of money
Right.
over the course of a week, because TKO owns UFC and WWE on these streaming services and these deals, and they're only going up.
Wait, so WWE doesn't own WWE?
No, Vince sold it. That's why Vince is out.
Okay.
Vince sold it to TKO, which is a new parent company with
Wow.
UFC. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, no, you're right. Don't fight it. I mean, it's going to happen. It's just that.
But like, here's my thing. So now I'm in it. I have not, even my generation, I have a lot of streaming things, but I haven't completely cut the cord. I still have cable or satellite.
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of like, okay, I could get rid of that. Excuse me, just have my internet package.
You're belching like John Robinson over there.
Sorry. I could pay $30 a month for the ESPN and get the entire ESPN suite of channels plus ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
I have Netflix. See, again, it starts to add up, because that's
does.
another $30 or close to it. Paramount Plus is kind of in there. And you know they're going to raise the price now that they've added this. So it is kind of like, but I watch all that. Like, I love UFC, but I don't pay for the pay-per-views. I either have to go somewhere or just don't watch it, or I watch what's on ESPN.
Yeah.
So like, this is big for me.
The ESPN thing I'll buy, because I need football. I need college football.
Yeah.
I get all the football.
And you would
there.
get all that.
I don't care anything else after that. So that's me. Now,
But you can pay NFL Plus for like $15 a month and watch, you know, whatever the CBS, Fox, and the Titans games.
okay, I
could do that.
I would do that.
So now you're up to 45.
I don't have Netflix. I don't care. I stole a Netflix password to watch the documentary, so
Yeah,
I'll still
that's
do
fine.
that. So I'm a loser on that one. But no, you're right. I mean, there's
Now you would need like Peacock, or that's for NBC. I think Fox has something coming out.
but aren't they going to bite their own head off? Because look, wouldn't NBC like, oh, it's on Peacock now. You got to order Peacock, and that's how. You know who's going to lose in all this?
Who?
The local news affiliates.
Yep.
Because it happened in Miami last week. The ABC station gone. They went independent. They don't need news anymore.
Nope.
The networks aren't going to be paying for local affiliates. It's going to happen.
It's happening. Yeah, you're right. I mean, and I hate to see it, but you know, I know so many people, so many people in the business that are getting the hell out of the business.
But you know what's not changing?
Radio.
And what's stronger than ever?
Radio.
Local radio.
Now, look,
Strong.
there are different aspects to it. Like, our company is Cromwell Media, because, you know, there's more than us doing this 3-hour radio show. A lot of you are going to listen to it later when Dr. Crane posts it, you know, for podcasts.
Yeah, you're right.
And, you know, to inside baseball, one of the things that, you know, we've talked about is, hey, get that stuff posted as quickly as possible, because that's how people are taking our content. They're watching on YouTube. They're watching on Twitter or X. I mean, so it's more than just going over the air now, but radio, you know, is not dying.
No.
And when people are like, I don't listen to the radio, I go, oh, well, do you listen to our podcast? Yeah. Okay, so you're listening to the radio.
Yeah, you're listening
just
to
in a
the
different
radio.
way.
It is. It's all changing, and that's fine. But radio's still strong. And then, you know, the Super Bowl one day, that's when it'll be gone to do that. And this the things are changed. But you add all that stuff up, man, and it's like, holy cow, you're paying more than when you had cable. I don't know. I mean, I just don't want them kind of just, swallowing, the NBC, going to Peacock and be done with NBC and on. Who knows? I don't know.
I don't think it fully goes away. But again, it's changing quite a bit because it's how, I sat at a baseball game and watched the Titans game on my phone. 10 years ago, that wasn't possible. And that is a pretty cool thing to be able to do, that you can do two things at one time. Because I was kind of bored with the baseball game, and I wanted to see Cam Ward.
Who are the Twins playing?
Royals.
Oh God!
So I got to see Mike Yastrzemski, former Vandy boy.
Where's he now?
He's with Kansas City.
Okay. Austin
Austin Martin, former Vanderbilt player as well, now with the Twins. So saw a couple of Vandy boys, which was cool. We talked about the Vikings game. Saw Ty Chandler and Jordan Mason. Thank you.
Can I ask you a question? Please answer me honestly.
Yeah.
You were at this game with three other guys?
Four other guys.
Four other guys. When I ask you this question, I want you to please say no. All right, please. At this baseball game, did any one of you guys, have a baseball glove?
No.
God. All right.
But there were people around us that did.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't care. I just care
and they
about
weren't
you.
kids.
I just care about you.
Yeah, no.
All right,
No.
good.
I don't even think as a kid have I ever taken a baseball glove to a game that I was at.
Have you caught a foul ball?
I did. This year was the first time.
In a major league game?
In Milwaukee. Yeah, first time.
Well, how close did it land to you?
It bounced right next to me and into my lap.
Are you?
Yeah.
Who was the batter?
It was he was a sound. He was a former sound. He'd just been called up. I forget who it was, but
Really?
yeah.
I got one. Tom Brunansky at Fulton County Stadium in the late 80s. I knocked over, I didn't mean to, an old lady to get a foul ball. There's nobody at these games at Fulton County. Hey, she got in my way. I didn't mean to.
So the first time that I ever caught a foul ball was at a Sounds game at Old Greer Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
It was my birthday, and we were sitting on by the first base dugout. Foul tip comes up before they had the net up. I go up and literally it's entering my hand, and this drunk woman comes and grabs it out of a kid's hand. I was 7 or 8.
How dare you talk about Greg Pogue that way?
And woman. I said woman.
Oh, my bad.
Greg would never do that. And yeah, she laughed at me.
Did you get it back?
No, she threw it.
Did Papa McCabe beat that ass?
Mama McCabe.
Yeah.
Mama Bear went into Mama Bear mode.
Dr. Crane, you ever got a foul ball?
I don't believe so.
Make up a story.
Well,
man.
no, I have. When I played, I went over the fence and grabbed it. It was probably one of my more big web gym plays of my career.
No, we're talking professional.
Foul balls, no, Joe. I don't run over old women for that purpose.
She got in my way.
Okay.
I have witnesses of that too as well.
To the point on the whole U.S. media rights with UFC, it says online exclusive U.S. media rights. So which means, you go overseas to the UAE or Europe, they're going to be sponsored with their local TV affiliates. They're still going to pay for that pay-per-view. Just to know, just letting y'all know. They're still going to pay for that pay-per-view. The U.S. people will not have to.
Printing money on
you're
top
still,
of money.
You're still going to get that money.
Sure.
Wow.
Well, and they'll do like WWE did and come up with streaming in America to watch starting this year and then starting next year. Like right now it's Peacock is how you watch all the premium live events. Next year it'll be ESPN. Globally, outside the US, it's Netflix. And then Monday Night Raw is on Netflix in the US. So they have all that. That's why they call them premium live events, because the pay-per-view model, they're not doing it anymore.
Bring back a TV guide, man. I need to know where everything is. You're throwing stuff at me. I had no idea.
But see, here's what kids today don't appreciate, because this is how I used to have to do it back in the golden days of wrestling. That one of my buddies, would buy the pay-per-view, record it on VHS, and then we'd all take turns watching the pay-per-view on VHS like 2 days later.
Pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's what
that's what you recorded on the VHS. My generation recorded something else on
VHS.
Look, I can't even say the word VHS. I'm glad you matured. Your generation.
Dr. Crane apparently had
Yeah.
Dallas.
Numerous episodes.
God, you're amazing.
By the way, VHS is not a word, Joe. It's an acronym.
Yeah.
Just
Video. I don't know what the HS stands for. What does it stand for?
Yeah, tough guy.
think it's
No,
like-
it doesn't.
No.
Does not stand for
Okay,
high.
then why didn't you say it at the beginning?
VHS.
What does it stand for?
You no.
Video
this is-
home system.
Bingo.
Video home system. You had no clue.
I just knew it was an acronym, and you're over here saying it's a word.
It is a word. It's a word acronym.
Okay.
VHS.
Fair. Well, I mean, to add on to this conversation with the whole TV rights, you talked about cable. Keep your cable because you'll get grandfathered in. Talk about appreciating things. Appreciate your grandfathered in rates because those will stay.
Yeah, well, that's he's got.
What do you have? YouTube?
No, I have regular TV, Xfinity.
All right, because my YouTube keeps going up and up and up. My YouTube.
That's not cable, Joe.
What do you call it?
It's streaming.
It's streaming.
Say, come on, man.
No, it's
Now
not the
you're
same.
kidding.
It's not the same. Do not get me down this rabbit hole.
My YouTube has gone up so much, I thought it was on hymns.
Or it's your A1C.
With that, let's go to Tommy on our phone line driven by WilsonCountyHonda.com. Hello, Tommy. What's up?
Joe said hymns. I got that. That was hilarious.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I love the banter back and forth. One thing I do want to say, Joe, I'm in your generation, man. I remember in high school taking a paperclip and trying to rig the cable box to get Cinemax and Playboy channels. So I remember that's the generation I'm from.
God, we tried so hard, man.
Well, we had
So
I remember
hard.
the cheater chip when the chip came out. I'm just saying I remember it. I don't know anything else about it.
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, listen, real quick. You know, you guys are talking about industries are shifting, occupations going away with the shift and everything. And I'm not here to say ESPN is a bastion of journalism, but their ability to now criticize and be objective about the NFL is completely gone. They, with the media rights that they're sharing, the assets, it just seems like they are, and we've suspected this for some time casually as viewers, just because of the tone and their editorial content. But it seems like now they're just going to be a PR firm for the NFL. And where does the objectivity come from now?
Well, it comes
You know,
from great point. It comes from the radio. Local radio is still fantastic. And listen, when I get the ESPN app, I just want to watch games, right? I don't care about their nonsense. I don't care about any of the stuff. I don't care. I just want the football games. And that's why I would
Preach,
order
brother.
that. I can go online and read articles from people, listen to local radio. It's still stronger than ever. That's where I'll get that. But man, I can't tell you, Tommy, the last time I watched Sports Center. It's been years.
Yep, I'm with you. It's been years. And to scratch that itch, I try to find Dan Patrick and some of the other guys, you know, that are still in the business. But you're right. That it's not like it used to be, and it's going to be really interesting to see is ESPN now just going to be the 24-hour pregame, postgame shows.
Well, real quick, Tommy, where can we hear Dan Patrick, Chase?
You can hear Dan Patrick on Sports Talk 8:30 a.m. So we run that.
Let's go.
There you
I
go.
love you guys. Take care.
Thanks, Tommy. Appreciate it. Coming up next, we'll tell you what day it is, celebrity birthdays, and we need to come up with a name for this, but Dr. Crane's best of. We good? We have it today? Okay. We will have I just want to make sure. That's just we will have that coming up next. But right now, caller number, give me a number.
5.
Caller number 5 at 615-737-1025 will win a pair of tickets to see Lincoln Park at Bridgestone Arena Thursday, August 21st. Caller number 5, 615-737-1025. Chasing Big Joe, 1025 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Monday, putting a bow on things. And we'll continue with DVD to take your reaction to the Titans' preseason loss, Cam Ward's debut. They'll be in here in just a few minutes. But with that, let's get to what day is it and celebrity birthdays. And, of course, it is brought to you by, let me find the right read. It's brought to you by Jarrett Companies, Inc. Their commercial plumbing and HVAC division covers all of refrigeration, service, and maintenance needs. JarrettCompaniesInc.com, above and beyond industry standards.
All right, folks, we have annual medical checkup day. So, make sure you get everything checked out. Whatever. This one's something about outer space. Ingersoll Day. I don't know.
What?
It's Ingersoll. Ingersoll. I don't know.
I don't know, man. You're the guy.
National Panini Day is today. Love a good
Ooh,
panini.
Nice.
National Raspberry Bomb Day. Delicious. National Raspberry Tart Day. A lot of raspberries out here. Let's see. Play in the Sand Day is today. Presidential Joke Day. Son and Daughter Day. Don't have any of those that I know of. Victoria Day is today as well. So, yeah.
Speaking of Raspberry Day, is a Nurple a raspberry?
I thought it was purple.
I'm asking.
Purple Nurple?
Yeah, I don't know if that goes in the category of that because it's a different color.
You ever tuned in Tokyo? All right, time for celebrity birthdays. Time for celebrity birthdays.
A sequel to like Tokyo Drift or something?
Yeah, that's it.
Let it go.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, Dr. Crane, you're the best thing that's ever happened to 102.5 The Game. All right, time for celebrity birthdays. Oh, man. All right. Dr. Crane, you ready for the game?
I believe so.
All right, our first birthday.
I don't know if I am.
The very beautiful, talented Viola Davis. How old is Viola Davis today? Oh,
78.
64?
She's 60.
Oh.
Chris Hemsworth. Was he married to Miley Cyrus or that was his other brother?
I have no idea. 32.
Wait till we tell Dr. Crane what tune in Tokyo.
38?
It's 42.
Oh, what else you got?
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Dr. Crane. Okay, we're going down here. I see some.
Oh, we're going down already.
Oh my Lord. Oh, country singer John Conley, rose-colored glasses. John Conley.
John Conley, 64.
72.
79. Singer Joe Jackson. Piano player Joe Jackson.
Joe Jackson is 74.
77?
71. Joe Rogan.
51.
56.
58. Dr. Crane's on the board. Actor Anna Gunn. She was Walter White's wife on Breaking Bad. Skyler.
I gotta stop looking at text messages.
Yes, please. Just keep going.
62.
65.
57. Guitar player Charlie Sexton.
74.
70.
57. Still 1-0. Dr. Crane. Lead singer Ben Gibbard of Death Cab for Cutie.
45.
52.
49. Goodness. The lead guitar player of Alabama Shakes, Heath Fogg.
42.
50.
41. We're tied at 1. We got 2 sports birthdays. This will be it. Pablo Sandoval, the baseball player.
58.
Panda is 41.
39. All right, 2-1. Last birthday, Craig Elo. Now, Craig Elo, NBA player, is famous because Michael Jordan hits that shot versus the Cavaliers when he's in the air and he switches mid-shot in the air. That's over Craig Elo versus the Cavaliers. It's 2-1, Dr. Crane.
63.
59.
64. We're tied at 2, and that's all we got. You guys don't deserve anything else beyond that.
We end with a tie. And we end with the mashup.
Is Tim Boyle like Fight Club? We just don't talk about
don't
it.
talk about it.
We just don't talk about it at all. Racy McMath. That sounds like some after-school special with cartoon.
Sounds
Trying
like-
to learn how to do math.
That sounds like something you'd find on late night HBO.
Racy McMath.
Racy McMath is.
Bow chicken. Bow, bow.
I need like a shock thing, like where I'm about to go say something that I shouldn't say, and Dr. Crane pushes the button and reminds me.
Let the Superman jokes
Hey,
go, man.
no, I know sometimes you lie about answers, but usually it's going the other way.
Family show, man. Come on.
Racy McMath in wide receiver. Okay.
Oh. Hey, mark that, will you?
Yeah,
Dr. Crane, if we were frontier pioneer days, I would hatch my Wiggins. Mrs. Wiggins, I'd hitch, right? Hitch? I'd
The
hatch
5
my
yard
hitch.
hitch, yeah.
I'd hitch my
you lost
wagon.
me at Wiggins.
Joe, I've been taking mental reps to try to learn your terminology. But for the life of me, how in the world do you hatch a Wiggin? I still haven't figured
It's a family show.
You got to be very careful not to injure your groin when you do that.
Oh my goodness.
I'm in your generation, man. I remember in high school taking a paperclip and trying to rig the cable box to get Cinemax and Playboy channels. So I remember that's the generation I'm from.
And that's could be our last show. Who knows?
Yeah, right?
Just kidding. That will do it for us today. Good job, Dr. Crane, on the mashup. Name pending, as always.
I love it. We'll leave our message as we do all the time in mental health world. You know, we've done this for 2 years now. So many people have reached out to us. We're so grateful and appreciative of you. Just to tell you guys, know that we love you. If you're going through something, now we got a foundational piece, a place you can go to get help. Just go to theGameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe show. There's a drop down for Unity Psychiatric Care. Just click on the link. Go there. You can talk to somebody. I tell you all the time, our world is a better place because you are here. And the second you start talking to somebody about what you're going through, the better it is. Know that we love you. We love you. More importantly, more than anything else in this world, God loves you.
Amen to that. Peace, love, rock and roll. What did D Mace think of the Titans' performance? Plus Adam and Willie. You'll hear that coming up next. 102.5 The Game.